La 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 la. Okay. Good. All right. Here we go. Great broadcast. Hey, I'm actually 1 minute early. No fucking way. Impossible. Impossible. Where's the link to the actual page? Here we go. So I can see the chat. Oh, did I? Chat everyone. Where's the chat? Oh, there's the chat. Okay. Chats are here, but when I open it up on... Oh, pop-out chat. Here we go. That's better. Pop-out chat. Dope. Okay, we'll just double check. Okay. Hey, what's up, Tom? How are you, man? Woohoo. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just was up till 6 in the morning helping out a new client. And then I got woken up at 3 for a fucking delivery. And then I went back to sleep. I woke up at like 3 in the afternoon. But it's all good. You got to do what you got to do. Actually, in this case, I could just use my main. I can do this. There you go. There we go. And then OBS is over here, actually. Because I don't need to be playing a game, so I can multitask. All right, I'm just getting all my windows set up. Actually, I don't need a pop-out chat, do I? I can just go to the broadcast. Picture in picture? Oh, no. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So, let's... There we go. I figured it out. I'm a genius. Woke up at 6 to be the New Year's resolutioners at the gym. Nice. I'm sure they'll be taking over the gym for the next couple months, and then they'll eventually just fall away. Like usual. Yeah, I think actually that Zoom approach is the best. So we'll just start there. So we can get started real fast. There you go. Let me change my OBS so that we can hear my audio too. So people can hear you. Okay, let's test it with music real quick. Yep.
Test it with real quick.
Okay. Oh, I can kind of hear myself. But, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up? How you been?
No, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good too. Just been going through your texting book.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
How you liking it?
It works. It's just I'm fumbling bad, so I'll get there.
Well, go ahead and show me. Show me your fumbles.
So fumble, yeah. Because I actually want to go over. I had 2 dates that went over, but they weren't that good. I wanted to see what you thought.
Okay, sure. Tell me about them.
So the first one, it was the date with the same girl, and we had met at Safeway when I was working,
Okay.
and then we agreed to coffee like 4 days later. Then I went on that one. It was alright, but I know it didn't feel that good. Like it wasn't that good of a date.
So, remind me, which girl was it from our last call?
This was This is the one that actually turned into a lay.
So you already fucked her, but you had another date and it went bad?
No, it was I met her, then on the second day I pulled.
Okay, so why are we? But you said I had 2 days and they went bad. So how did it go bad?
Not bad, but I know they could have been better because obviously I don't have that much date experience, so they could be good somewhere. Because they felt flat. Like I didn't know.
Well, she
I
sucked
know
your
it's good,
dick. The fuck more you want? I get you, man. I get it. You feel like you feel like you got lucky rather than you got laid.
exactly.
Like,
That's
okay.
exactly my thought process. Because to me, it feels just like lucky. Because she's like 42. She was probably thirsty.
Oh yeah. She's yeah. Um. Well, then give me a quick summary of the date.
So the first one was coffee. She didn't have much time, so I was basically trying to deep dive all that touch,
Mm-hmm.
but it always felt like flat. Like it didn't. Their conversation wasn't really going anywhere. She wasn't like a lot of like positive emotion or whatever. But then Shay says to ask for the poll anyways, and I did, and she said no, she was short on time.
Okay. And
So then
then what was the second date?
the second day we went to the museum. She proposed the idea, and we went, and then we're just walking around the museum talking, and probably like an hour and a half later, we went through the whole museum, and I was like, oh, well, we should go watch a movie. I said we should go watch Superman or something, and then she was like, oh, we should go back to your place. I'm like, nah, I got family there. Let's go back to yours. She's like, oh, sure, I'll cook you a snack, whatever. And then we went to her place.
Okay, she was down to fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, in order for me to figure out what went wrong or what was subpar, you gotta like give me details. You just say, "Hey, we met up." I said, "Let's go fuck." She said, "It's like, what the fuck?" You
Like
know?
I was trying to deep dive, and I could tell she didn't really want to like talk that much.
Because she just wanted to fuck.
Oh,
Well, you don't think girls just want to fuck sometimes?
no, I do now
Yeah, yeah.
after the date, but back then I didn't honestly just.
So
But there
how
was
old are
like there
you?
was a time constraint because she had like an hour and a half, and I didn't know that until I
Yeah.
asked. That's why she proposed the second day, like 20 minutes later.
How old are you?
25.
Okay, so you're new to this shit. How many girls you been with?
One girl, the first one.
That you lost your virginity to this bitch?
Well, I'm also like pansexual, so it wasn't like my virginity, but with the girl, yeah.
Okay, with a girl. So, so were you only like dating guys before this point for the most part?
Yeah, guys and trannies.
Guys and trans. Okay, so what made you like? Why are you going after girls now?
I just started approaching before. I would just be on Grinder for a long time, and then I was like, nah, this is like
Yeah,
horrible, like long-term relationships and shit. So I started doing cold approach.
yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, I mean, given that what you just told me, you have probably a very like, sexual vibe. Like you're a horny fuck, and
Oh,
probably she can pick up on it, So, you probably don't have the whole. I mean, I've had gay friends. They explain it's pretty simple. You see a dude, he sees you, you go like it's pretty simple and straightforward. I'm sure guys are a lot easier.
yeah,
We're much more visual. We see what we want, we go for it.
yeah.
And then I mean, trainers are still dudes, so it's like they just see and they fuck, and probably they're even more horny than the average person. So yeah, what you're encountering now is women are a little more complicated, but they're still horny. Like it's like you get to the same end of the road and it's the same length of the road. It's just a squiggly line rather than a straight line, right?
Yeah, it's so straightforward. Like if you just have basic social skills and you're gay, it won't. It's not hard getting sex.
Yeah, of course. No, yeah. I mean, yeah, I talk to gay dudes and their lay counts are like 1,000. It's
Oh,
like,
that's crazy.
it's
That is
like,
crazy.
well, I mean, they're in their 40s, in their 50s. So, they've been doing it a long time.
Okay.
But no, like they'll get like 4 or 5 lays in a fucking afternoon, you know?
I was surprised because during the when we're at her place and then I was like trying to escalate with her, she was giving me like player accusations. I was like, nah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, how many lays do you have if you count dudes and trannies?
Oh, like 100?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? So from her perspective, you're way more sexually promiscuous than her. So of course she's gonna call you a player. And I'll
Oh,
be honest, you talk like one. Hey, what's up? Get us
oh wow.
away. You want to suck my dick? Yeah, it's you're coming off like a player. You don't strike me as someone I'm going to have a deep intellectual conversation with.
Oh yeah,
That
that's what I was gonna
doesn't
do on the date.
that doesn't mean you're dumb. It just means that's not what you've been doing for the past, how many years you've been sexually active.
Oh, I didn't realize because I thought it was just so easy with dudes. It doesn't really like transfer to women.
No, 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 no. Women communicate completely different.
Oh,
Completely different. And also, if you're looking to so you're primarily focusing on, are you equally attracted to men and women, or do you think you're more attracted to women, actually?
more women. Nah,
More women.
dudes, it's too much.
And also, you don't want to, like, have a boyfriend. You want to have a girl. You feel like a long-term relationship is better with a woman?
Yeah, I don't even think. I think you said a long time ago that monogamy between men is not impossible.
It's pretty rough from what I've seen in terms of, like, like, just, yeah. I mean, it's not something I can say for sure. I mean, it's not that it doesn't happen. But from what I've heard from most people that I've talked to who are gay and in the gay community, like, the how often, like, men will be together but then, like, fuck other people, like, either, like, they're both doing it or they're doing it in secret, is pretty fucking high. You
Yeah.
know? I think they probably actually stay together longer than lesbians. I can't remember exactly. It's not something I gave a lot of thought to. They probably stay together longer, but that's probably because they feed their sexual appetite. But yeah, I mean, the harmony that a man and a woman can have is usually a little bit more solid than same-sex relationships. Doesn't mean it can't work, but so basically, yeah, if you want to, like, talk to women, I mean, this goes for anyone, right? Like, you're just learning the basics, but you have a sexual vibe about you. You have a player vibe, so that's good. You already have the lust thing figured out. She immediately, I mean, you even recognize it. Like, I didn't even put any effort in the date, or I tried, but it didn't matter. She just wanted to fuck. You give off a
Yeah.
sexual energy. That's good. A lot of guys are actually the opposite. They're good at the talking and the having the conversation. They struggle with the sex. So you're actually in a very interesting situation where you have a good sexual energy. You just need to work on the conversation, and I think it's a great problem to have. So what I would start doing is I would start working on. I mean, you have guy friends, right?
Yeah, like at the gym and stuff at school.
I mean, no. Do you have any, like, bros that you hang out with, or no? I feel actually having platonic guy friendships might be difficult for you.
Nah, you don't have them because I usually, if they're my friends,
Yeah, I
the
fuck
guys,
'em.
I want to fuck them, and if
Yeah.
I don't, I want to have them around. Honestly.
This is interesting. This is interesting. Do you have any girlfriends who are, like, friends that are girls?
Nah,
Nah, bro, you can't have friends. You want to fuck everyone.
that's why. Like, I just get sex. Why have them around for no reason?
Puta madre. This is hilarious, bro. Oh my god. This is such an interesting situation. Yeah, you can't. It's difficult for you to have platonic friendships because you want to fuck everything. Jesus. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, right? Like, you
Yeah.
can get laid whenever you want, but the problem is your relationships tend to be. I mean, you're kind of like a hoe, right? So the girl who's a hoe, she wants something more, but no one wants anything with her more because she provides a service and she's good at it.
That makes sense. Why none of them ever want to be with me long term?
Yeah, because
I'd be
you're a
surprised.
hoe. Because you're a hoe.
Oh, yeah, because a couple it would have been cool, been long term, but they're like, I tried to do it farther, do some other things. They're like, I'm alright. I'm like, damn, all right.
Yeah. Did it hurt your feelings?
It did. I was like, man, I wanted something more, but I guess
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. And also, it's not just about you being a hoe. That's just, like, the surface level thing. The second thing is that you don't strike me, like I said, you don't come off like a person who's going to have a deep talk with me. Like, you speak very simply. Again, it's not that you're dumb. I don't know. You might be dumb, but you might be smart, and you're just not good at expressing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Like, you speak simply. Okay, yeah, huh, okay, because that's what you've done to get to where you are right now. You haven't needed more. It's kind of like a chick who's really hot, and she's never needed to become an interesting person because everyone wants to fuck her. But then she meets a guy who, like, isn't that intimidated by her beauty, and maybe she smashes or he smashes, and then, like, she wants something more, and he doesn't really like her that much, and then, like, she asks someone, and someone tells her the truth, like, well, you're kind of a basic bitch. Well, she's a basic bitch because she never needed to do anything. right? So you've never been forced to actually develop your personality too much. You've just been a sex fiend. I mean, you're 25 and you have 100 leg count, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's guys or girls or, you know, ghosts. I mean, you've been fucking a lot. So I think you need to develop your again, I'm sure you're an interesting person. You probably have something interesting about you. But the question is, can you express it? Can you communicate it to someone? Can you, you know, okay, for instance, when like you wanted something long term with someone and they kind of like, you know, no, I'm not interested. Did you like try to follow up? Be like, hey, you know, why? Why do you feel this way?
No, I never want to follow up because I thought, oh, like,
You
just
don't want to be
over.
gay. You don't want to be emotional.
Yeah, like start expressing my feelings and shit. Nah.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't want to do that. No, I never want to express your. Well, that's your fucking problem.
Oh,
Why are you so afraid of expressing your emotions?
I don't know. It's too vulnerable.
Okay, well, welcome to a fucking long-term relationship. That's of course you have to be vulnerable. So you want people to open up to you and deep dive, but you're not willing to open up to them. So what happens is you have this vibe of not wanting to open up. Of course, people are going to clam up. The reason I can have really deep conversations with people really, really fast, even like outside of this context, like someone I meet, girls will be like telling me something. They're like, I've never told anyone that I'm out. Like, and it's not like a line. Like I see it on their face. They go, what the fuck? Why am I telling you this? It's because I'm really open. I'll tell you everything about myself within 5 minutes. I got nothing to hide.
Oh no! If everything, nothing to hide in 5 minutes. That's fast.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. I really talk to people this way, and they
Man,
can
'cause
hear it in my voice.
I don't start telling people stuff till like
So I
weeks,
already
months
fucked
later.
them, you know, 100 times. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
Uh,
A good person who's good at creating connections, whatever you want to call it, deep diving, creating connections, you know, opening up, whatever. This is someone you can feel like you feel like you can talk to them.
Oh yeah.
And you can hear that in the small things. Like, instead of like, hey, what's up? You're cute. Da da da. They're like, hi, how are you? You know, you're really cute. I want to come say hi. They
Yeah.
start talking. Oh, you know, what do you do for a living? Why do you do that? You know, you can hear their curiosity. They're not just like saying what they got to say to fuck. Because so that's
Oh
what
yeah.
this chick, she could feel. Like, you're just talking to fuck. And then she's like, not opening up because she just wants to fuck. Because that's a good thing. You have a good vibe. You have a sexual vibe. But you got to work on your conversation.
Damn. All right.
But that's
Yeah, I
going to
thought
require you
the
to
date
open
went
up.
bad because it was like flat and everything. I'm like, man, what am I doing wrong? I couldn't figure it out.
It went. I understand what you mean now. So it did go bad if you're trying to become a more open person, but it went well in the fact that you got laid,
Oh.
right? But you're
Yeah.
you're correct. It's good that you're recognizing, like, you know, I wanna you know, diversify my personality.
Yeah, not this chick, but another one, yeah.
Yeah. So here, let me stop the video here because it's lagging. So yeah, you need to you definitely need to find something inside of you or develop it that can connect with people on a human level, not just a sexual level. So here's what you could do, actually. It's a little trick. The next couple dates you go on, don't even try and like get them home. Don't even try and take them home and fuck them.
Oh wow.
Because you already got that part of you. You know, like, you're already a sexual person. You have that vibe.
Uh, I thought I didn't have it, honestly. I thought I was like I came across like very platonic. I was like, I gotta get this down right now.
But how is it platonic if she sucked your dick on the second date?
Yeah, then I was like, I just got lucky. Sure, it
So
was any dude that she would've
despite,
done it.
I mean, she might be a hoe, and she, you know, she's a little bit older, so she doesn't give a fuck. But like, she still fucked you with barely any conversation.
Uh-huh.
Also, to be honest, you tried to pull her on the first date, so she already knew what your fucking intentions were. She met up on the second date knowing what you wanted.
Ah, okay.
Like when you said, let's go watch a movie, like, she already knows. Yeah, he tried to get me home on the first date. He's asking me again. Now I'm ready. Who knows? She might have
Yeah.
been on her period the first time. Or she didn't
Uh,
like shave or something, so she wanted to wait to the second date to be like presentable.
uh, all right then.
Yeah. So
All right, thank you.
you gotta develop this part of your personality.
All right then. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Hey, Deepak, what's up, man?
Hey Hector, thanks for doing the Q&A.
Sure. How are you?
So, good, how are you?
Good. Are you the guy on X who I talked to? Uh, I told
Yeah.
to come to the live stream. Perfect. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let me. Can you like just give me your question now? Give me as much detail as possible.
So, so I have a lot of shame about being attracted to girls a lot younger than me. So I'm 33
Okay.
and I'm in a college town and I get to be around a lot of 18 and 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they are attracted to me, I'm attracted to them.
How do you
But
know they're attracted to you?
so, I mean, we go dancing, talking, there's a lot of touching. The conversation gets very flirty. So that tells me they are attracted, and I'm
Yep.
also attracted, but I end up pushing them away because I feel like it's bad. I'm bad for being attracted to someone who's a lot younger than me.
I mean, they're 18, 19. So what's the what do you mean you push them away? Can you be more specific?
So, for example, I won't take it any further. I will avoid them if I see them again, or I
Okay.
don't.
So you go
Yeah,
dancing, you guys are touching, you're making out, right? You're kissing.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. And then you leave instead of like
yeah,
trying to get them home.
right.
And then the next time you see them around, you avoid them. You don't have eye contact with them. So it's kind of like a dirty pleasure. I mean, did you grow up in a very conservative Hindu family?
Yeah, I did.
Hindu or Muslim?
Hindu.
Hindu. Okay. So this is obviously part of it, right? And you come from a very conservative culture. So
Yeah.
you're not only from a religious culture, you're also from a very conservative culture. It would be like someone from Saudi Arabia coming to me and having some hang-ups about their about lust, right?
Yeah.
So are you still very religious?
I'm not religious at all.
You're not religious at all. So why? So who is it that is affecting you? Was your mother a woman who told you to never like be sexual around women and be really respectful? Was it your father? Was it your brothers and sisters? Was it your uncle? Or is it just a general societal shame? Like where does it come
It,
from?
it's um it's more to do with the age gap.
So not
That
sexuality itself, but
no.
just the age.
Yes.
Okay, so who told you that it? So how many girls have you fucked in your life?
Um just two.
Just two.
Yeah.
And when did you fuck them? Like, what ages were you?
So I was 29, then I was 31.
Okay, so why did it take you so long to lose your virginity?
So again, I was extremely religious and I would stay away from uh
Ah, so you were religious too. It wasn't just you were raised religious, you stayed religious,
yes.
and then you had a change of heart.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and you said you're 32?
Yeah, 33. So I was
33.
very religious till the age of 24. That's when I started moving away from it, and then
Okay.
it took time to accept my sexuality and all.
And you were never, were you ever like trying to be arranged with girls for a marriage or something,
No,
or
no,
no?
no. I've
No.
avoided that. Yeah.
You avoided that. So your parents tried to push you into it, but you avoided it?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and so where are you now? What country? Just you could just tell me the country.
I'm in the US.
You're in the U.S. Okay, cool. Did you come to the U.S. to go to school just to get girls, or you're actually also looking for an education?
So I'm in grad school.
Oh, you're in
So
grad school. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Awesome. All right. I'm curious. What field are you in? I just,
Uh,
math
Math,
or
yeah. A
math.
lot of
Okay.
abstract math.
Like set theory and shit?
Topology.
Topology. Okay, cool. I really liked set theory in college.
Yeah.
It was fascinating for me.
Yeah, I can understand. I think you have a philosophy background, so it's
Exactly.
also yeah.
Exactly. Same thing. It's basic logic.
Yeah.
Well, not basic, but yeah. So, okay, cool. So, what age were the girls that you slept with when you were 28, 29?
So they were 26
Mm-hmm.
and the other one was 34. She was slightly
34.
yeah.
Okay. So this phenomenon of you being scared of sleeping with 18, 19-year-olds or feeling ashamed of it, you only recently discovered it.
It's something I've heard of. So I've been in a lot of, rat fem and lip fem circles, and where they would call men predators for.
Ah, okay. Yes, 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 yes. I understand. So you you were exposed to the intellectual bullshit of university, and it affected you.
Yeah, and I spent a lot of time there, and a lot of my friends were rat fems, and I've spent a lot of time in lip
Oh,
fem circles.
yeah. Those people are deeply damaged, my friend. Those
Mhm.
those those people are very fucked up. Healthy people are not radical on any side. Radical feminist or radical red pill or
Yeah.
MGTOW. Um, yeah, no, I went and spent time with those people. I even took feminist classes in college just because I was curious. Like, okay, what the fuck is this about? And it was me and one other guy in the class. And most of these girls were, I even hooked up with two of the girls from the class, despite being an obvious not feminist, which is ironic, which tells you a lot about the solidity of their belief systems. But here's what I think is I think I got a pin. You're very intellectual, and so you take ideas very serious, right? For
Yeah.
you, ideas are real, right?
Yes.
And they are real to a certain extent, but they're not all true. You saw these women holding these views, and you think all women hold these views, but you have a sample size problem. You were exposed to a very, very fringe sample size that you probably will not find outside of a university,
Hmm.
but it's in higher concentrations in a university just because of the nature of what a university is. And so you're having a perception problem.
Hmm.
Most girls don't give a shit
Okay.
if you're 18, 19, fucking a 30 plus year old, right? I've heard girls, multiple girls, even girls that have dated, that when they were this age, they dated guys in their 30s. They even bragged about it. Like they were, oh yeah, when I was 18, I had this, relationship with this older guy,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
And if a girl rejects you for your age, it's usually not because of the age, unless it's something absurd, like like you're 60. But if a guy came to me and he was 16 and he wanted to date, college age girls, so okay, you're probably going to get a little bit of resistance, but it's not impossible, right? But 33 is definitely not that. So, and these girls were aware of your age, correct?
I look a lot younger.
You look a lot younger. Okay, maybe they just assumed you were. I mean, did they think you were 22?
The thing is, I look, when people guess my age, they usually guess 24, 25 and all.
Okay, so they assumed you were in college at an older age, but not as old as you actually are.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's also another source of shame where I think, because I'm not being upfront, I'm not, the age question doesn't really come up, so I also don't share my age.
I mean, it's not like you have AIDS, like you're not being 33 is not a communicable disease. I don't think it's something that you have to lead with,
Okay.
I don't think you're being dishonest for for not coming up for not talking about it. I understand you're a very truthful person. I mean, mathematics is it's either right or wrong, right?
Yeah.
So this is your nature. You see things in a very binary way. I care very much. I don't know how familiar you are with my content, but I care a lot about the truth. So if I thought you were being deceptive, I would tell you. I don't think you're really being deceptive here. It's not like you're telling girls you love them and you want to be with them and then you just want to fuck them. That would be deceptive, right? But you're just an older guy who looks young, and if they like you, they like you. I mean, that's it. What's as long as you're both of legal age, I don't really see a problem here. So what you have to do
Hmm.
is first you need to understand that you have a perception problem. You have a perception problem of very damaged, unhealthy, maybe slightly mentally insane people who have told you something that like men are predators and, you know, they just want to fuck, you know, young girls and blah, 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 blah. And you're assuming they're talking about you.
Yes.
Here's the thing. If I'm 21 and I go and approach a girl and I fuck it up, she's going to call me creepy.
Yeah.
Whether she calls me creepy or I'm 32 and I approach her and fuck up, now I'm an older creepy guy. It's just a different branding, but it's the same umbrella of he's a creep.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is going to think, you could look at a girl wrong and she thinks you're a creep.
Right.
But the worst that's going to happen is she's just going to go, ew. And that's it. The chances of something really extreme happening, I mean, if you go after girls who are a part of these very fringe feminist ideologies, your chances go up of them like falsely accusing you or something. But as long as you're not hanging out, I would say that if you ever meet a girl who's of like a very extreme political ideology, especially like feminism, I would probably very much avoid them. Right? Just for safety reasons. These people are actually a little bit mentally unstable. Outside of that, you know, you're probably not going to have any issues. Now that's the extreme one. I know you're just talking about like feeling like a creep, but if anything, I think you actually, it's kind of funny, like in your pursuit of avoiding being seen as a creepy old guy, you might actually be coming off like that. Like, okay, a girl meets you, she dances with you, she makes out with you, and then you just leave, and then you just avoid her. That could actually piss her off and make her really upset. And then she's going to, you know, backwards rationalize your rejection of her, and then she's going to go, oh, yeah, he's a creepy guy or something. Like, just have a good time with them. Make out with them, fuck them, have a relationship with them, whatever it is you want. You know? As long as you're not lying, and if she asks you how old you are, just tell the truth. But if she doesn't ask, okay, whatever. So I think that, but I understand why you're acting this way. I totally understand. It makes sense. You're an intellectual person, so for you, the intellect has a lot of power.
Yeah.
Right? But in this regards, not all ideas are equal. Some ideas are stupid. This is one of the ideas that is stupid, that men are predators and they're taking advantage of women. These are adult women. Maybe they're not the most mature, but they're adult women. They can make their own decisions, right? They can vote. They can cross the street without, you know, someone holding their hand. They can tie their own shoes. They can make their own decisions about what to do. Okay, so if she likes you, then be with her. I wouldn't say stop being friends with someone just because of their beliefs, but I would stop letting their beliefs affect you so much. Now, I would not advise you go to the other extreme, which is like the black pill and the red pill and the MGTOW. They're equally toxic, right? They're just toxic on the other side. I would do, well, here's what you need to do, Deepak. You need to get set theory in seduction. You need to go back to your fundamental assumptions about what is a set, right? What is a sequence? What is a number? You know, you need to do some philosophy of mathematics, right? What is a symbol, right? What is the referent and the reference, right? You need to ask yourself these very simple questions. And if you don't know the answer, that's because you don't have enough experience. You don't have the basic presuppositions figured out, right?
Yeah. I understand even that conservative culture. I think it's still affecting me. So
of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is. So you had a conservative culture, then you come to this intellectual school of radical feminism, And they're actually kind of saying similar things, which is really funny. Like the radical feminists go so far in a circle, they actually go back to conservativeness, you know? But it's a very stupid version of conservatism. But yeah, you have this conservative, like, you know, don't fuck without marriage, blah, 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 blah. And then you meet these girls who are like, even if you even look at a girl wrong, this is the male gaze and you're harassing her and raping her with your eyes. And it's like, oh, what the fuck is this shit? Right? And you're being affected by this. And maybe you're a little bit of a nice, naive kind of person, you know, so you believe people, right? That's one of the biggest problems with Indian culture is a lot of these guys are like, they're nice, but they're really gullible and they're really naive. So they believe what they see, you know? But a lot of these girls are completely talking out of their ass. Like, they're just really damaged. They have serious mental problems, like very serious traumas, or personality disorders like borderline personality or bipolar or narcissistic personality disorder, and even occasionally a psychopath, even though they're much more rare among women. But yeah, so it's your conservative culture, it's your environment. I would suggest you spend less time with these very fringe ideological people and find some normal friends. Okay, go find some fraternity friends. You know, some fraternity guys. How big is your campus? How many, like, relatively, how many people?
Would be about, I think, at least 30,000 or
Oh,
something.
perfect. It's huge. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would take some distance from these people for a little bit
Okay.
and find some normal friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, did that answer your question?
Yeah, yes, it did. I think you're right. I do have a lot of binary thinking, Asperger kind of stuff. And
Are you on the spectrum?
yeah, I am.
Yeah. That's the problem with people. I think I've had a lot of autistic clients. I even have one right now. What's interesting about autistic clients is that they have trouble expressing their emotions. They have trouble reading emotions, but they have perfectly functioning emotions. They just have problems connecting it. They have problem connecting the input and the output, and they have problems reading what the actual input and output is. Like, they're almost not aware. I mean, they know what they feel, but they feel disconnected from them. It depends. Not every autistic person is the same, obviously. But one of the things that I find fascinating about them is that they have in this disconnect with their emotions, it's almost like they can't tell the difference between what an emotion is signifying and the emotion itself. I'm not sure if that makes sense to you, but it's like, so let's say you hear about this philosophy, this radical feminism, and she says this, and this, right? And you feel shame at this idea. You think, oh man, is this me? Am I doing this to women? Like, you take it seriously because it's an idea, right? You consider it like a mathematical equation. And so it goes in your mind and you feel shame. But here's the problem. For you, these things are the same. You think that the emotion and the intellectual or the idea are the same. So because it causes shame in you, you assume it's true. But it's possible that the idea can be wrong, but the idea can create shame in you, not because of the idea, but because you're afraid that the person is maybe implying that you're this, like, creepy guy through the supposition of this, you know, axiom or this truth. And you can't disentangle these. It's like the idea and the emotion are the same thing in your mind. Because this is exactly what being autistic is like. Like, you see people's emotions, but you can read it. Like, you can say, this facial expression means this body language means this. Like, you have a library of X equals and Y equals and Z equals, but you're not immediately picking up on the emotion itself and then connecting it to see, this is what people do. When a non-autistic person sees an emotion, they see the emotion and they feel the emotion. Then they see the body language or the facial expression. Then they try to, like, translate it. You see the body language and you try to translate it without the emotional input. So you're doing an equation with only 50% of the variables.
I see.
But you feel emotions because you're not a fucking robot. That's the thing
Yeah.
most people don't understand. Autistic people are not robots. They feel things. You feel emotions. You see ideas. These ideas affect you, but you're not seeing how they feel about it. This is why I used to take women seriously when they talk about these feminist bullshit, right? Then I
Yeah.
actually considered these ideas and I was, oh, these are retarded. Like these are actually functionally retarded philosophies, right? Because they're full of contradictions and inconsistencies. But then what I started doing is I started focusing on the people who talk about them. Like, why, instead of taking this idea seriously, because I shouldn't, because it's retarded, I'm going to take the person seriously. I'm going to look at why is someone attracted to this idea? Because the idea is wrong. This is already objective. It's an objective truth. The idea is wrong. But this person insists on believing it. Why? I'm fascinated with why they're doing it. Well, I mean, they're fucking damaged. Or they're autistic. So they have this problem where they believe ideas are true just because they're ideas and they sound rational. They're reasonable ideas, but they're inconsistent and true. It's like in logic, you have validity and soundness, right? Validity is the logic lines up and it ends with a true conclusion. Soundness is when the premises are true, right? It's a very important distinction.
Yeah.
So I started paying attention to the people. It's like I'm playing poker, and instead of counting the cards, I'm watching the person. I'm guessing what they have in their hand by how they're acting and their behavior and their patterns of behavior. So once I figured out that people believe these crazy fringe ideologies because of who they are rather than the truth of the theory, everything makes sense. I understand why black pill guys are like this. I understand why red pill guys are like this, or MGTOW guys, or crazy feminists. I understand why they act this way. Because once you realize their ideas are stupid, you don't take the ideas serious anymore. You look at why are they attracted to this idea system. Most of the feminists either are autistic, they have severe personality disorders like borderline and stuff like that. And so they look for a system of belief that kind of supports their behavior. Like, I'm a crazy bitch and I'm going to find a system that kind of reinforces why I am the way I am. I have ideas. Or third, they're losers. They're fat, ugly women who never really had any success with men, and so they're angry. So they want to find a system that, instead of validating their bullshit, they want a system that validates their hostility. They hate men, so they want a system that enables it, but with logic. So they can go, oh, see, I don't just hate men. I hate men because they're all predatory rapists who hate us.
Okay.
So I think you need to do some philosophy. That's my answer to you. You need to do some philosophy and actually consider the ideas that these women are supposing, because you have to do the work yourself. You can't just trust me. You have to see why they're wrong, and then you have to look at the people beyond you. But you have to train. You're not going to become non-autistic, but you can make yourself more functional by practicing. Because I've had a lot of autistic clients. You basically have to create a library of this body language means this facial expression means this, this. Deep down, if you ask me, can an autistic person actually like fix their autism? I think it's potentially possible. I don't think it's something that is like unfixable. I don't think you're a fundamentally broken person. I just think that you believe in karma, right? Or you did, right? So I think that you just have some karma that is creating a mental situation where you're not seeing clearly. But if you push yourself to try to really understand people, not just women, but people, even yourself, you can develop a much deeper connection with the world around you. And if you do this, I think this shame will go away, because you'll realize it's not about you, Deepak. It's not about you. These feminist women are not trying to like scare you. They're just really damaged, and they're expressing their pain through their philosophy, and you're taking them too seriously. Now, some of there's some ideas in feminism that are true, but they're very contextual. And we could talk about that at a different time. There are some things that the feminists got right, but for right now, I think you need to find some more. You need to find some normal people, some normal friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man.
You're very welcome. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Mewing, what's up? Merbaba Hector in chat. What is Merbaba? That sounds Filipino or like Indonesian. Sounds like bakla bobo. Some Tagalog. Merhaba. What does merhaba mean? If anyone else wants to ask questions.
Yeah, I got that fumble text if no one has a question.
Okay, sure.
All right, let me send it.
Okay. Are you sending it in the Zoom chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there it is.
Let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay. Nice meeting you. Likewise, there's some coffee free. Oh, I remember this girl.
No, this is a different one.
Oh, it's a different one. Don't. Have you got to the part of my book where I say don't set up dates on the same day?
I was trying to push for incident.
You don't have to. Because, see, look, you got a problem. She said reschedule. So she probably got busy. For the most part, here's what an insta date is. Don't think of an insta date as I get her number, then I see her that day. Think of an insta date as I see her right now. Remember the last girl that you met at Target?
Yeah.
And you tried to push really hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
Oh, I thought that's what you do every time.
No. You don't have to do it. Think of instant dates as just nice little conveniences.
Oh.
Like, it's just, why wouldn't you want to spend time with her now? You understand?
Yeah.
Versus, I have to spend time with her now. That's not what an instant date is.
Yeah, because we mentioned it during the approach. I mentioned it.
Yeah, I remember. And I remember that the other time you mentioned it with her, and she's like, yeah, sure. And then you texted her, and she didn't respond. But then there were some other details that we figured out that I forgot. But you don't have to do it. Only do an instant date if she's free right now, and you go with her right now. Like, you're with her, and you go.
Oh.
That's an instant date.
All right, then.
Don't force it, because I think this is just a schedule problem for anyone who's listening. So basically the text is, he says, nice meeting you. She says, likewise. He says, there's a coffee place not too far from where we met. I'm free after 4. What about you? And then she responds, let's reschedule, actually. Oh, here, one second. I think I can just crop this and share it. 1 second. So I don't see the name. Actually, no, there's a specific place. Okay, whatever. Let's reschedule, actually, maybe later this week. And then this is where he messes up too. This is where he messes up. That works. What's your schedule like? I understand that this is how you want to respond. When she says, let's reschedule, actually, maybe later this week, say, sure, we can figure it out.
Yeah,
And
I think that sounded too eager, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're too eager. You're like, okay, we can't meet today. When can we meet? That's how it kind of comes off.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
This is probably how guys fuck. They're like, hey, you want to meet up? Yeah, let's fuck. Okay, let's meet here. No, I can't. Okay, when can you do it? Okay, how about Thursday? Okay. Like,
Yeah.
they're just very like, boom, let's get shit done.
All right. Yeah, because there's been a couple approaches where like I could have done the incident right there, but I wasn't aware.
Exactly. The way you know, I mean, it's from my course, right? The way you know that if she's free right now, she's like, oh, I'm just walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. What are you up to? Like she said, oh, I remember the girl from last time. She said, I'm actually not doing anything. It was the black chick, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, exactly. She's like, yeah, I'm not doing anything right now. Boom. Right there and then you should have taken her. And then, I remember why you couldn't get her. She had tattoos and piercings, and she was black. Oh yeah, she needed you to just take it
Yeah, I was acting like a bitch.
Yeah, you were acting like a bitch. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, you were too eager here, and then you text her again. Hey, how'd the rest of your Sunday go? If a girl, I'm not saying you can't message her again, but don't message her like this. You're looking like you're ignoring the fact that she totally ghosted you.
All right then.
Like, what I would do is like text her in like 2 weeks and just say, hey, how have you been? But not a smiley face. Like, you're giving her too many good emotions when she ghosted your ass. She
All
doesn't.
right.
She doesn't like deserve this good energy from you, basically.
So basically, the girls that I get their numbers at work, I shouldn't push for an Insta date later that day.
No, no, you gotta chill.
All
You
right
got,
then. All right, that simplifies it.
yeah, you gotta chill. Yeah, exactly. I know there's all these rules for going after girls because girls are. First of all, you have to understand, girls are scared.
Yeah,
Girls are scared, brother. You know, like they don't. They don't. They're not like a guy. Like they're scared. Like you could. The most dangerous predator in the world is a man. So this is actually like where I was talking. Did you hear my conversation with the guy that just got done?
yeah. You guys are talking about feminism.
Feminism, right? So like these women are like, oh yeah, men are these predatory rapists, and no, like that's too extreme. But
Yeah,
it is true that the most dangerous predator in the world is not a bear. It's a man,
yeah,
right? Does this mean every guy is like this? No. And I would much rather be in a room with a man than a fucking grizzly bear, right? I don't know if you remember that meme where girls were like, I would rather be in a room with a bear. And I'm like, well, you're fucking retarded.
yeah. I know about that.
Because you can actually negotiate with a horrible guy, you know. It's much more difficult, but you can't negotiate with a fucking grizzly bear. So, your women are scared. This is why they're always like, if you do one thing wrong, you might lose them.
No wonder.
Because they're scared, and they have good reason. I mean, there's a lot of horrible things that happen every day to women. There's a lot of horrible things that happen to men too, and men are actually technically more targeted for violent crime. But men have a much stronger chance, you know, of actually defending themselves. So you have to understand, women are really attracted to men, but they're also scared. And I think that feminism is kind of actually like aware of this idea and they're trying to talk about it. They're just not very smart about it.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I think you just need to chill. I think you have a very strong sexual energy, like I told you. I think you need to relax.
Oh yeah, because like in the other scene, it's like it's quick, it's instant.
Yeah. Exactly. Like yeah. No, you just need to relax.
All right.
Yeah.
In college, did you study Stoicism for your major?
Did I study what?
Stoicism?
No, I never really focused on the Stoics. Like, I was aware of Marcus Aurelius's meditations, and
Yeah.
I think we briefly went over Xenophon, like the original guy from
Oh yeah,
old Greek.
Xenophon. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the original Stoic, but not too much. I mostly focused on like Plato and Aristotle and Kierkegaard and Nietzsche and
Oh yeah.
um, who else did I do a lot of reading on? And then I did it. In my school, philosophy and religion were the same major, so
Oh, that's nice.
you had to take like 50-50. So I took like a class on Islam. Like I've read the whole Quran.
Yeah.
I took a class on Christianity. I didn't take a Judaism class. I took a class on Buddhism. I took a class on what else did I take? Postmodernism. Like, oh my god, they're the worst. They're the fucking Derrida and Sartre, whatever the fucking they're
Oh yeah. Then I
they're
think Camus or
horrible.
something.
No, Camus was a little bit before I think the postmodernists. I don't remember, but yeah, no, I Stoicism aware of, but it's not really something that really stood out to me as like. Well, actually, original Stoicism. Oh, this one I do remember though. The original Stoics, they actually believe they were kind of like an offshoot of Gnosticism and Christianity. They were obsessed with uniting with the Logos. It was
Yeah.
like the Godhead, you know? Like all these
Yeah.
Stoics are like, oh, you know, we just have to manage our emotions. But like the original Strokes were like super like mystical. Like they were about like reuniting with like the original primordial force of the universe and shit like that. So yeah, no, I do remember that actually about
Yeah,
Stoics.
because I was a practicing Buddhist, but now I'm a Stoic now.
You're a Stoic. Well, they have a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
Um,
They're both big
but
on attachment, like managing it.
yeah, of course, yeah, no, that's the the Buddha says that's the really only thing you should focus on is the attachment. Everything else is just ideas.
Yeah, but I agree
Um,
with modern Stoicism. Yeah, it's very, very different from what the
very
ancients meant.
yes, very different. See, look, Thomas, I knew you were smart. See, like, why don't you talk about this shit with girls?
Because it's just boring to other people.
Well, learn how to do it in a cool way.
I was
I've
trying to
talked
go
to
on a date.
bro. I have literally stood in front of girls at a party, music, drinking, screaming, and I'm talking to her about biological determinism versus free will. And she's
Oh,
just smiling and listening to me. Then I grab her, pull her into the closet, and I stick my dick in her mouth and come in her mouth
damn.
because I know how to make it interesting.
Yeah, because I
Makes
was trying to talk about Raphael's School of Athens on the date, and then I was going for like 5 minutes straight, and there's nothing. I'm like, all right, well, I'm not gonna talk about
well,
this anymore.
maybe some girls can be interested. They just don't have anything to respond with.
Because she's big into art. We went to a museum. I started breaking it down. I was like, all right,
Yeah, and maybe she's just horny. Maybe she's like, oh, this guy's who. What I'm trying to tell you, Thomas, is you probably actually did a good job. She's like, oh wow, he's smart, this and this, but you know what? I really just want to suck his dick. You know,
oh wow.
like some girls can be gooners. You know.
Yeah, she told me that she masturbates too much or something.
Oh, see, look, see, you keep giving me details, and every time you give me a detail, it proves me right. You're
Oh,
seeing it too simply.
too simply.
Yeah, you like you need to think more complicated about what's going on.
Uh,
Like all the variables. I mean, you study philosophy, so break down the date into variables.
yeah, I was gonna say philosophy in college, but I chose business administration instead.
Well, that was a mistake. You said college is for philosophy, not for fight. You want to know how you learn business? You start a business. That's how you learn business. You don't
Yeah,
I know more about business than probably any MBA because I have one.
yeah. I usually read philosophy in my off time, like Plato or the
Yeah.
Stoics
Hey man,
or like Rumi or something.
Rumi is cool. Yeah. Mystical Islam. But yeah, man. Go talk about this shit more with people.
All
But
right, I'll start
learn
talking
how
about
to
it 'cause I
do
thought
it.
no one wanted to hear this stuff, but I guess not.
No. Now, you have to know how to lead up to it, right? I'm not
Yeah,
saying just start lecturing a girl. What I'm saying is learn how to weave it into conversation. If you can tell she's not interested, yeah, you change the topic.
yeah.
But I think you should show more of this side of yourself.
All right then.
Cool?
Thank you.
All right, cool. Uh, okay, merhaba, man. Hi, Hector. X, you said you explained to me why body count matters so much. Oh, yes, you were also the one I was waiting for. Let me know if you're still here. PGOP9EO. Just give me a response in the chat so I know, I know that you're here so I can. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, why does body count matter? Let me go find your comment, actually, so I can really respond specifically to how you. Okay. Low partner count. Can you explain why you think it's so important? I remember you said in a live stream that one shouldn't marry a girl who had a one night stand. The blue pill view is, why does it matter so much? It was the past. And plus, it shows she isn't a prude. And then you said, I just went through an absolutely brutal breakup with a girl who had a much higher body count, 20 plus men, than the other 6 girls I've been with, 0 to 4 men. Didn't care much at the time, but now I'm wondering if you could have predicted that she'd be bad just knowing her sexual history. Okay, so this is not very simple, okay? It is simple in one way. Like, I'll be honest with you, her age matters. If she's 29 and she has 6 guys, that's different from 21 and 6 guys, right? But I'm also looking at if they're from long-term relationships or hookups, because a girl who's 21 is not having 6 guys from relationships. Well, I do know some girls. There's a couple girls I actually dated in the past, and they're serial monogamists. Like, they have a boyfriend, they break up, they get another boyfriend. They break up, they get another boyfriend. They'll date guys for like 6 months to a year. So they're not like having one night stands, but they're kind of still like running through a bunch of guys. These women usually have very masculine personalities. Okay. And there's two girls in particular that I can remember, and they're both engineers. And I don't think that's a coincidence, right? They both went to engineering school, and one of them was even like gifted. Like, she went to a engineering high school and skipped the 8th grade to study. She was the girl who I had my first kiss with. And actually, we would keep in touch over the years, and she cheated on her boyfriend with me. 2 different ones. Like, she made out with me while we were at the movies when we were in college years later, and she had a boyfriend. And then, like, we planned on her coming to visit me, and she drove like 4 hours to come spend the weekend with me. And then I show up and I go to kiss her. She's like, "Oh, I have a boyfriend." I'm like, "Is it the same one you kissed while I was?" This is back when I was an asshole. But she was like, "When I would sleep with girls' boyfriends, or but it's shitty. I shouldn't do it." But it's still an interesting story. It's a data point for you guys. And she's like, "Oh no, I have." I was like, "Oh, it's the same." She's like, "No, it's a new boyfriend." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like it had been like 2 months. And she's like, "Yeah, but I told him I'm coming to visit you." I'm like, "And he was okay with it?" She's like, "Well, he wasn't okay with it, but what is he gonna do?" I'm like, "Wow, okay." So I take her to my room, and then like, I'm like, "Okay, so you don't want to make out, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm really tired." And I was like, "Okay, why don't you take a nap? I'm gonna go keep partying." I was retarded, right? I was learning how to talk to girls, but I was still kind of new, and I was also a little drunk. I was day drinking. What she meant was, "I'm tired. Let's go to your room and then we can fuck." Because I tried to kiss her out in public, but she probably wanted to be like in my room alone. And I know this because I said, "Okay, why don't you take a nap? I'll go party." And I looked at her, and as I'm closing the door, she's looking at me like this. Like, she's staring at me. She's like, "Are you fucking retarded? Like, I want to fuck you." So I go upstairs and I start partying. She comes. Now, I'm a little bit autistic too. I'm not actually autistic, but I'm gullible, which leads me to like be autistic, basically. Like, a girl tells me, "Oh, I'm tired. I want to go to sleep, and I have a boyfriend, so I don't want to kiss you." And I go, "Okay, well, you're telling the truth," right? Because I'm very gullible. I just believe people. This is a huge problem of mine. And so she comes upstairs. She's like, "Hey, I'm actually going to go." I'm like, "Why? Like, what?" Like, I was surprised. I was like, "What do you mean? Like, go take a nap, then we can like party and get drunk and fuck." And she's like, "No, I'm actually going to go." So she just like drives another 4 hours and then gets a hotel on the way home. So she spent like, $120, and drove like 8 hours just to not get anything. Now, I'm actually glad we didn't sleep together, because that would have been even worse karma. But in terms of like understanding girls, like these girls who are this has a point to your question about promiscuity and high lay counts. Women who have masculine dispositions generally are going to have higher lay counts. And it's not because they're necessarily damaged. Like, this girl wasn't that damaged. She had I met her parents because I would go over to her house because, we were like 15 when we first, kissed each other. And I'd go to her parents' house, and her parents loved me. And they were fine. I mean, I'm sure they had their problems, I'm assuming they weren't like the most emotionally expressive people, but they were fine. They were very sweet. To my knowledge, she didn't have any great traumas, who knows? But she just had a masculine disposition. I mean, any woman who's drawn to engineering is a very specific type of woman. And then the other girl, she unfortunately lost her mother when she was younger, when she was like 12. So when she was going through her like formative years, or her, puberty of becoming a woman, she only had her father. So I totally understand why her personality kind of took a certain path. So I think that had to do with it. It at least helped push her in that direction. And so these were both girls who would like every time I go check this one girl, so I don't talk to the first one, I talk to the second one. Oh, I don't talk to her, but she's on my Instagram. She's always like, has a new boyfriend, has a new boyfriend, has a new boyfriend. I'm like, oh, God damn it. And so that's one reason why a girl might have a high lay count. Of the reasons why women will have higher lay counts, I think this is one of the more like, okay, whatever. right? It's not like a huge deal. I probably still wouldn't date her, to be honest, because it would just be too much work. Like, you have to be so hyper masculine, because this is one of the issues that this second girl would have with her boyfriends. She would eventually become the man. All these guys would become very feminine with her. They're like, oh, why don't you initiate more sex? Why aren't you more because she's kind of she's not cold, but she's, kind of hard. She's kind of rough. And so guys would get, they would become the women in a relationship. She would always out-dominate men. And it's not like I couldn't do that. I just don't think I would want to, right? I think it would be exhausting to have to deal with basically another man, I want to be with a woman. So this is one reason why a woman might have a high lay count. So the question you should ask right now is like, does that apply to this girl, right? And then, so that's one reason, just masculine energy. The second reason a girl might be a hoe is she just has an insane sex drive. Like, there was one girl in college. Again, I don't know for sure, but from what I saw, she had a very healthy relationship with her father, would post pictures with her father, no, girls with no fathers act this way. No, it's much more complicated than that. I'm assuming she had a decent relationship with her mother too. And she was a very sweet girl. When I fucked her, I was her second lay, and we were nasty. Like, I was fucking her in the ass, and then I came in her ass, had the cum drip out, and then I smacked her with it, and then fed her own cum. So we were doing some kinky shit, right? And I think that kind of just opened up her sexuality. And when we fucked, I was her second lay. In 1 year, she got 17 lays total. So I guess 15 in a year. Pretty fucking big numbers. She even had a threesome. She got double teamed by these two guys who were twins. These two twins like double teamed her. She told me about it. She was proud of it. There wasn't any malice behind this behavior. She just liked to fuck. Like, that's it. She just wanted to fuck. It wasn't, I don't think there was anything evil behind it, right? And so, that type of promiscuity, again, I probably wouldn't date a girl like that because she's just so sexually hungry that no matter how good I am, she's probably going to get bored. Like, I can keep up with her, right? I have a crazy sex drive. But again, being with a girl like that, she's just so curious. She wants to experience. If you ever meet girls who are like, they're going like bungee jumping and snowboarding and fucking paragliding and they're jumping out of planes. These are high octane girls. Like, they want experiences. Usually the parallel is that they have high lay counts, right? Not always. Again, it's not an absolute, but it is a rule. So that's the second reason. So first reason is just masculine disposition. Second is just high sex drive, because this one girl is very feminine, right? She doesn't have a masculine disposition. Because men and women, they're both equally horny, but they have a different approach to sex, right? Women's sexuality is deeper. Like, for the most part, women want to have a lot of, they have a lot of lust, right? But they would rather have sex with one guy 1,000 times, whereas some men, not all men, actually most men are pretty similar to that, but most men have a little bit more of this, like, fire in them that they're okay fucking 1,000 girls one time, right? A little bit more, right? But it's enough of a difference to make a distinct difference between men and women. So that's the second reason. And again, you ask yourself, okay, is she this type of slut? Then the third type of slut is some sort of problem, right? Some sort of, like, her father wasn't around, but it's not because he died. Like, I think a father, like, or a mother dying is very different from, like, a dad who was there but emotionally, lacking. Then she's always seeking this. Like, she's always seeking this approval, right? Again, it's not an absolute. There are some girls who can have these traumas but then not let it destroy them. But yeah, like, she she's always needing the approval of men, and so she gets it with her pussy because it's the simplest way to get it, right? This is the other reason why women might be promiscuous. So, and honestly, I think it's the most dangerous of the three. I think it's the most dangerous because she's led more by malicious intentions. Like, let's say a girl was like, she had a very bad trauma. You know what I'm referring to. She has a very unfortunate relationship to men. She probably doesn't think the best about men, right? But she's conflicted because she's attracted to them and she does want love, but then she hates them because the most horrible thing that ever happened to her was by a man. This creates some problems, brother. You know, it's horrible of me to say, but you know, women with these big problems, like you got to be careful because people are not projects. You're not going to save her, right? But should you disqualify someone from a relationship just because they encountered a trauma? Not necessarily. But at the same time, people are not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility to date her just, you know, out of pity. So the way I would approach it is if a girl, let's say a hypothetical situation, had something horrible happen to her, but she does a really good job of like not letting it affect me, then I would be more open to dating her. But to be honest, most women who I've met, well, all women who I've met who have issues like that, they tend to take it out on you eventually. And that's not what I'm interested in. Like, I've broken up with exes because of anxiety, not because of this. Like, they didn't have what I'm just referring to. But my ex, before I met my wife, she had huge anxiety. Well, this unfortunately would lead her to mistreat me. I wasn't perfect. I fucked up too. But she would also mistreat me. You know, like drama would be big drama over small shit because she had anxiety. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to suffer on account of that. Right? So you also have to ask yourself, is that what's going on? Right? So when you say that she has 20 plus bodies and you ask me, I know that was a huge preamble, but I want you to, I want you to understand things. Could I have predicted that she'd be bad? Yeah. Yeah. Now, what specific set of behaviors will she have that are bad that'll lead her to like mistreat you? Is she going to do would depend on, which of the three hoes she is. Is she a hoe because she's masculine? Is she a hoe because she just has a super high sex drive? Or is she a hoe because of trauma? And so, ingesting a lot of cock and cum is her way of dealing with that trauma. I don't know. So if you're not even sure of which of the three she falls into, that tells me you don't know enough about her. And you said it went through a breakup. I mean, you should know about this woman. You need to do more research, right? You need to have deeper connections with people. You have to, I find out this shit about people within the first 2 dates. Like I said I don't know if you were here before when I was talking to Tomas, but we were going over like how to be more open with people and have deeper connections with people. The way I do that is I'm very open and I want to know all about you. Like if I met you, let's say we met and I have a coffee with you, man, I'm going to find out everything about you. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to show you myself. I'm going to, I almost said I'm going to expose myself to you. That's pretty fucking pause. But yeah, like I'm not afraid of showing you my dark shit. Like I have some dark shit in my past, like that happened when I'm a kid. I have no problem saying it out loud on a live stream. Like I have sexual trauma. Like it's not something that I'm afraid to tell you, right? I don't have any shame around it because I've thought through it a lot, and it's whatever, It obviously affected me. I'm not saying it was a ineffective experience, but You know, I dealt with it, I processed it, and, you know, it doesn't seem to affect me that much. And so if I'm willing to be open like that with people, they feel more comfortable and confident being that open with me. Right? So, I think that you need to start being more open with people. Okay, sorry, you left a response. I am hyper analytical, and I was actually analyzing the shit out of her, trying to understand her because she's weird. I actually think it might be why she broke up with me, but reasons still unclear. So, like, you were digging too deep, and you think that she, like, pushed you away before you got too close. So if a girl's doing that, that tells me that she's, like, being protective, right? She's weird. So that leads me to think that she's in the third category. Like, her promiscuity and her behavior and her personality comes from trauma. So if she's pushing you away, it's because you got too close. It's like you're trying to get state secrets, right? And so there's a spy in the government asking too many questions. Well, that's suspicious, right? The reason why she's like this, though, is because of trauma. But if you're good enough at creating a trustworthy, comfortable environment where she doesn't think you're going to hurt her because of this information, then she'll be more open about it. So you were analyzing the shit out of her. Were you also open about yourself? And then there's a third variable, or a second variable, I guess. The second variable is you still have to have a good game, right? Because of just like wanting to know about people and being open and like trying to fix, or not fix people, well, maybe fix people, but figure people out and fix people. If that was good enough to seduce women, every white knight nice guy simp would eventually fuck a girl. But that's not what happens, right? Like these guys, sorry, I'm so fucking thirsty. But I need some water. This is soda. I definitely need something to hydrate me. I'll get a drink of water in a second, real quick. But you also have to be attractive. Like if you're just digging deep, but it just feels like you're like over intellectualizing it, because you just said I'm hyper analytical, then it's like you're being too autistic about it. Like you're asking, okay, what about this? What about it's like you're interrogating her. Well, that's not fun. Like you have to show that you're either like caring about her, which is totally okay because you're her boyfriend. Like it's okay to simp for your girlfriend or wife to a certain extent. I'm just using that as a phrase. You can go too far. But it's okay to like, you know, be interested in wanting to like talk to, you know, your significant other about what's wrong. That's part of what being a boyfriend or husband is about, right? But you know, like if you're being too interrogative about it, then it's not interesting. She has to feel like you care. But women don't want to be taken care of by a simp. This is where being a simp is bad. She needs to feel like your daddy, you know, like you're her leader, like you're helping her go through your shit because you're going to help her. But not from I'm going to help you and I'm going to make you love me and you're going to love me forever because I helped you. That's not what daddy does. Daddy does it for your good. I'm asking girls and wanting to help them out, not because I've actually white knighted girls before and it works, but I'm also fucking the shit out of them. So they respect me. So like there was this one chick I used to date. She was she used to be a hyper feminist and she was actually quite pretty. She was a little bit on the chubby side, but she was actually quite pretty and had a nice ass. You know, she could maybe lose like 10, 15 pounds and she would have been really hot. But I really liked her. She was cool and I loved fucking her. It was really fun. And I also had threesomes with her. We actually had a threesome with a straight 10 out of 10. Like a 10. She pointed her out on the street. We were in Romania and I approached the chick, told her like, hey, my girl thought you were, I mean, she wasn't my girlfriend. We weren't like officially dating, but like, you know, my friend thinks you're hot. Oh, okay. Da, da, da. And she comes and she knows I was like a dating coach. And so she comes on the date and we have a 3-way date and we end up having a threesome together. It was really fucking hot. And this chick was absolute dime, 10 out of 10. But I would help this chick because she had some issues. And she was actually fascinating. She was a psychiatrist. And she admitted, I used to have borderline personality disorder, but I've pretty much fixed it. She's like, I did medication for a while, and then I just like confronted my problems, and I've pretty much fixed it. She's like, I don't have the symptoms that I used to have anymore. She actually like fixed her borderline personality disorder, and she was a therapist. Like, she's one of the few therapists I've ever met who I was like, wow, you actually have like a reason to be able to help people, because you can actually prove you've gone through. You're not just like, oh, let me help you according to these theories I've read in a book. Suck a dick. She actually fixed her shit. She was and the reason why she because our first conversation on Tinder, and there's a reason I'm telling you this story. Anytime I tell you a story, don't worry, it has a point. I'll get to it eventually. Our first conversation on Tinder ever, we were arguing about like feminism and this and that, because she expressed this to me, and I started like debating her. And she said, I'll be honest with you, I don't agree with you, but I'm open to your ideas, because I know that these feminist beliefs I have are coming from anger, and I need to fix them. And so over time, I did talk to her about this stuff, and she actually admitted, she's like, you have a much healthier approach, and I really feel better. And she stopped like following all these feminist ideologies and this and that. I helped her so much. I helped her understand, like, when guys are at clubs and offering her drugs, they want to fuck her. Like, she didn't understand that. She thought they were just like being friendly. She because her need for affection overrode her ability to observe, right? And so she fixed all of this shit. But you want to know why? This is the part that's relevant to you. Do you know why I was helping her with this? Because I wanted to help her. I was purely interested by self-interest. You want to know why? Because I was already fucking her. Her wanting to fuck me was already there because of my charisma and sex appeal. Like, she wanted to fuck me because she thought I was hot. I didn't need her to want to fuck me because I was simping for her. Do you understand? They were two separate roads. She's sucking my dick and letting me fuck her and having I had two threesomes with her. I had a threesome with her with that 10 out of 10, and then with another girl that I was dating. I mean, this chick we fucked together was fucking gorgeous. Crazy as fuck. Like we were on the date, and this chick pulled out her pills, and the girl I was with is a therapist. So when you're an actual, or a psychiatrist, sorry. When you're a psychiatrist, you're a doctor. You can actually prescribe medication. That's the difference between a psychiatrist and a therapist. One has a medical degree, the other doesn't. She could actually prescribe medicine. So she looks at this chick's medicine bottle. She's like, this chick's crazy. Like, she is on the big girl pills. Like, she is taking the big shit. These are the nuclear warheads of psychiatry medication. So the chick we picked up was crazy, but she was an absolute dime. 10 out of 10, perfect body, perfect face, just fucking smoking hot. But crazy as fuck. And, but it was fun. Great sex. So, point is, when you like want to get to know girls and help them and talk to them, it should be purely motivated by, good desires. So you have to ask yourself, were you motivated by love and compassion? That's what's funny about all these like blue pill guys, is they probably see my content and they think that I don't love women. I love women more than they could ever imagine. They could spend the next 50 years training what I train, and I still love women more than them. By orders of infinity. Because I'm able to separate when I lust for a woman and just go after that. And I'm able to separate like my goodwill towards women. They conflate the two. They have trouble separating their lust from actually caring about women. Or they're incapable of separating it. Like, they're all tied up. I don't tie those things up. Like, if I'm having a date with a girl and I realize, I don't know, she's going through something difficult, I'm going to pause the seduction and just focus on helping her. Because I care about people. Here's the funny part. That's actually going to make me more likely to fuck her. Because she's going to sense that I'm actually fucking caring about her. And then when I go back to being charming and wanting to fuck her, she sees that, boom. But I'm not doing it as a seduction tactic. But ironically, that makes it a better seduction tactic. So anyways, I would need to know more about her. If you want, you can. There's a stream link right here. It's up. It's a little bit higher. It says it's the Zoom link. You can come into the Zoom and talk to me, and you can tell me more about her. I mean, you don't have to give me any like personal information, like, what your name or her name is. Just, you can just tell me about it if you want. I do need to grab some water though. 1 second. Let me go back. My favorite counter meme is the woman chooses the bear, but the bear chooses the man. I got tired of her bullshit after one day. That's really funny. Hey, Hector. Glad to see you on live. I have a question relating to anxiety around what success means and falling behind in a few aspects of it. Let's say I'm doing good at dating, but falling behind in, let's say, career. It makes me feel like I haven't achieved anything. The attitude of all or nothing is something that bothers me. Any advice? Either focus on both at the same time, but just accept you're going to be slow in both of them, or focus on one and just accept you can focus on the other one later. I focused on dating. Two things. I focused on dating and I focused on philosophy. These were my only focuses until I was like in my late 20s. I wanted to figure out why I'm living this life and what's the point of it. And if I don't know, I have to figure it out. I'm not able to just mindlessly do things unless I know the motivation behind it. So like I can mindlessly go approach a bunch of girls because I know I want to fuck them. That's easy. But waking up every day, I need to know why I'm even living. Like, what's the point of this life? And I had to answer that question. And I eventually found the answer. I found Buddhism. So it answered all the questions that I had. And now I'm good. Well, I'm not good. Like, I don't have perfect knowledge, but I know what road I'm on. Then I started focusing on my career. I mean, I was obviously having a career and growing it. So I was taking it slow. But I accepted that I was going to... hey man, what's up? I'll get to you, and I'm gonna grab some water after I answer this question, and then we can get to we can talk. So just take it slow. Like, basically, you guys, everyone here should go follow Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a marketer, very cool guy. He's great. He's a great marketer. He's awesome. He gives great advice. He gives great advice, like just awesome. I'm taking his advice right now. I've done live streams like this before, actually. And what's funny is that I kind of gave up on them because it was very exhausting. And I felt like I was giving too much away for free and I wanted to focus on coaching. But ironically, this actually gets me more clients. But I'm making money now. I'm happy. So I'm happy to give away shit for free again. But he actually advised doing live streams. He said he's going to focus on live streams this year. So that's why I'm doing a lot more live streams. But yeah, he's a great marketer. You should go focus, see his content when it comes to this, like feeling like you're being left behind. He talks about it a lot. Okay, I'm going to get some water and then we can talk. The guy just came in the chat. Okay. All right. What's up, man? Can I use your first name? Is that okay? Just so I can talk to you, or would you rather call you L? Is that better for you? All right, L. Oh, like I'll call you Light, like from Death Note. Okay. All right. So, yeah, what's up, man? You're the one that we were talking about the promiscuity. Okay. So give me some more context. Oh, that's already the first sign. Usually girls don't come on strongly. It's a very masculine thing. So okay, see how I'm already leaning maybe towards the masculine thing, but I think it's probably the trauma thing. It could be a mix too. You can have all three. Oh well, fuck. Okay, you might have a double or triple whammy here. Um, Also, is this how do you tend to date girls who are the more masculine? Do you think that you would be more on the feminine side of things? No. What's your dating history? How many girls have you been with? Okay, and are they all girlfriends, hookups, mixture of the two? Mostly girlfriends. Okay. And how old are you? 30. Okay. Um, okay. So she came on to you very strong. Where did you meet her? Okay, that's fine. So you were like in a coffee shop or at the library and she just came to start to talk to you? Oh, wow. She really went out of her way to meet you. Okay, she was hunting you. So she didn't even ask for your number. She sent you an email because like I'm confused. Cuz she had to coordinate to meet up with you, right? So she needed your number, right? Or like your Facebook or something? Uh oh, I understand. That's how she got in contact with you. Okay. That's so funny that she emailed you. Jesus Christ. This is 2008. Okay. So, she's younger, I'm assuming. So, how old is she? What did you say? And 20 bodies. My man. This is yeah, at least. Oh, you don't even know. Interesting. Okay. It's probably higher. Okay. Yeah, we are. So these girls are actually quite rare. This is very rare, right? Um, Interesting. Okay. So you start. How quickly did you sleep together? Well, how many dates? How many dates? Oh, I gotta put on my desktop audio. Okay, no one
Oh,
heard anything up until then. Okay, now people can hear you.
so I wasn't actually like I was actually like trying to delay it because I was seeing a different girl, but
Okay, all right. I mean, what were you monogamous with this other girl?
yeah. But I
Oh,
was
dirty,
honest about
dirty
everything. I
dog, dirty
broke up
dog.
with her. I broke up with her, but
So
like
you said, "Hey, I'm interested in this other girl. I'm gonna break up with you," basically.
yeah.
Okay. But you still did cheat. You went on a date with a different girl. I mean, that's cheating.
Depends on your definition.
That is definitely cheating. It's not a definition issue. If you have a girlfriend and she goes to meet another guy that she's interested in for coffee, that is an interview for a new job. And she is actively looking to leave this job. She
Oh, yeah,
just
right,
wants the
right.
security of the original job just in case things don't work out. Okay, so
Well, I feel bad about it.
you should, and you should fix it and not do it again.
Yeah, I
But
don't
it's
think.
okay. I've done it too. Like I'm not a saint, right? So what? Okay, so you eventually sleep together once. It's good that you waited until you were officially done with the other girl. At least you did that. I'll give you credit for that. You deserve kudos for that.
Thank you.
So, okay, you break up with her, then you go and smash some pussy. And how long do you guys date for?
6 weeks.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
No, but
all right.
I mean, it gets crazy. Like,
Of course it gets
he
crazier.
took me to like, it was like the most intense relationship I've ever had.
She
In
was
terms of
love
like,
bombing you. Like she was like
yeah,
absolutely smitten with you. Okay.
like in terms of like time and stuff.
Yeah.
And then she even took me to like visit her parents for like Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And
Okay. Yep.
and
Yep.
then basically on the Thanksgiving trip, she like was very like cold to me, and it was like very weird.
You
And then she
can't
broke
think
up with
of
me when I found out
any.
that.
Can you think of any trigger or impetus for this behavior if you really had to think hard?
Yeah, it was so at least, well, I don't know. Like, so she was having like issues with anxiety,
Yes. Yes.
and she like, takes like, benzodiazepines, and
Yes. Yes.
like
Definitely. Yep.
didn't get her
Yep.
refill on time or
Yep.
something.
Yep. Yep. She has.
So
Does she tell you she has borderline or she has bipolar? Which one?
she's not mentioned. I mean, I could tell you I know what meds she's on, but I don't.
Yeah,
She
I
didn't
don't
give me
I
one of
don't know
those.
specifically, but it sounds like she was probably. It sounds like she's probably like borderline or bipolar. Um,
I don't know.
at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, she's just acting. It's unfortunate. And I have compassion and empathy for her.
No, me too. Yeah.
But it doesn't excuse erratic treatment of you. Like,
Yeah, and then it all came to or it got way worse when it was like, um, I don't know, that basically like there was some incident where like I wanted to, smash, and she wanted to go to bed.
you're so you're
I was like,
okay.
mildly frustrated. Like I think it was very like I wasn't trying to pressure or make any big deal or whatever. So I was just like, well, see you tomorrow or something like that. And she just like flipped.
Did
And then
she
it was
like
like a phase transition. Like
she
for the
did
rest of the trip after that, she was just
well that's
really
there we go. We
cold.
found it. We found it. Did
But
she
she was even it was weird even before. But I
okay.
don't,
Did she insinuate you pushed her too far, or did she insinuate you don't care about her and you only want sex from her? Like, what
uh,
was her actual words in response to your, hey, baby, you want to fuck? No, I feel like sleeping. Oh, come on, let's fuck. No, no, no. Okay, fine. I'll see you tomorrow. Like, your butt hurt. You were clearly frustrated.
I'm okay. I don't know. Like one thing she mentioned was like there's some past relationship she was in where like
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
guy was always pressuring her,
yes,
and
yes.
it turned out she ended up not even liking sex because of it. And like, I explained like, hey, like you
Did
don't have
she
any
say
obligation to me. There's no
yeah,
I'm not like that, et
I
cetera, et cetera.
understand.
But like it didn't make a difference. Yeah.
No, yeah, it triggered her, and she basically had a moment of like disassociation and psychosis. Like she probably
She
like
used the word dissociation a lot,
of course she
but I
does.
never really
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
But
So dissociation is kind of like I've had it a couple times. It's very fucking weird. You basically like don't feel like you're here right now. Like you feel like everything's two dimensional. I hope you never encounter it. It's a very strange feeling. You feel like everything's paper thin and nothing's real, and you kind of just freeze. It's a survival mechanism. I had it happen when I was in Ukraine when the war started. Like it was like you feel like it isn't real, right? And if you have a lot of anxiety attacks and panic attacks, this is what happens. And you said she has a lot of anxiety, so she probably
does,
has. She could just have general anxiety disorder. I mean, she might not have borderline or bipolar, but
yeah, she does have generalized anxiety disorder.
you're right. So she's probably just probably she got triggered. But it's important for you to understand because I just want to. I'm not doing this. Was she insinuating he went too far, or is she just saying he was pressuring her?
Pressuring. She wasn't.
Okay, she didn't. She didn't.
Rape.
Okay, that's good. Because that's important because we have to know which degree of person we're dealing with, right?
Yeah.
Because if we're dealing with a girl who will falsely accuse you, then we have to change our approach completely, right? Because those women do exist. So
Yeah, I don't think that would be her.
okay, that's good. That's good. That's good that she's not that brand. So okay. So she flips, she triggers, she has this experience where this guy was pushing for sex, and then she paints you as this guy.
It's like I don't think it's a
fair
yeah.
association, sure. Now I get it. Sometimes you ask a girl for sex and she doesn't want it, and you get frustrated and you get butthurt.
Yeah.
This is what you need to work on this. Right? Like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, no problem. I love you. Or I'm sure you're not. Are you saying I love you at this point, 6 weeks in? Are you guys like that fucking?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, was she?
No.
No, okay. Well, you said it was the craziest 6 weeks relationship, so I assume that she was like already.
I mean, I almost did, but anyway.
You almost told her you loved her. Okay, you were feeling that strongly about her.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's what these girls are. I'm assuming she's really hot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Right. I'm sure she sucks dick like a fucking vacuum. I'm sure she's amazing at sex. Yeah. Okay. So she's probably very loud, very emotional. Yeah. No, I'm sure. Yeah, we've all been there. Don't worry, buddy. When you meet these girls, they kind of rock your world. So when you seemed frustrated with sex, this is basically how she interpreted it. She interpreted it as like, this guy only wants me for this, right? And even though clearly not, I mean, you guys had the official monogamous discussion at this point, right?
Yeah, and like there's also like given some of the things I had said, it's sort of weird. It doesn't fit that she would think that.
Like, how could she ever interpret your behavior this way given your history? The problem is when people have crazy anxiety. I know this because I have anxiety. And I grew up with it. I mean, my mother is very anxious. You know, like, it's something I'm very, very educated on. It doesn't matter what makes sense. It's literally reality goes out the window. If right now you have an idea in your mind, like you're going to die, doesn't matter if whatever symptom you're having is totally innocuous, you're going to have a full-blown panic attack because you think you're going to die. If you think that this person is like not your friend and has revealed themselves to be a person who doesn't care about you, that is the truth.
Let me give you another extra bit of context that I think is perhaps relevant. So there's this guy she basically okay, so there was this guy she was dating.
Yeah.
Who was 42, by the way, is twice her age.
Yeah.
And he like, didn't really want her. He didn't want to do monogamy with her.
Oh, of course. He was just fucking her, and that drove her to really want him even more.
Yeah, but she really liked him.
Of course she did. Yep.
Anyway, and then she mentioned something about like he never would have done that.
Ooh. Like in response to you getting butthurt let's specify exactly how you responded.
Sure.
Hey baby, do you want to fuck? No, let's not fuck. Oh, come on, let's fuck. No, I really don't feel like it. Okay, fine. Like, how did you exactly respond? Be specific.
The very precise thing. I don't know. It was like she was like I don't know. I was like, kissing her or whatever. And she's like, oh, no, I'm really tired. And she said, like, oh, you can wake me up in 3 hours. And I said, okay, well, see you tomorrow.
Okay.
So I didn't actually believe that, like, at least with me, it's like if I take a 3 hour nap, I'm going to be even more tired when I wake up in 3 hours.
Right.
But and then I got up and sat in the chair or something. And then, as soon as she heard me say "see you tomorrow," she flipped.
Yep. That makes me think. So that's what borderline is. Like, think about the word borderline. Like, you just go quick. Like bipolar is random, right? Bipolar is like you're feeling one way and then you're feeling another way, there doesn't have to be a trigger. But if there's triggers, then you're dealing with someone who's probably borderline. Or they have extreme like OCD and anxiety, and they're like borderline. People don't look at like a person and go, oh, they're borderline. They see a set of behaviors and then they give this diagnosis. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not giving this diagnosis. I'm just saying her behavior is like something happens and an extreme fucking 785,000 degree flip happens. You know, and there was a trigger. And for her to take it to such an extreme to like totally go cold on you and then break up with you right after, like, was it the next day?
No, it was when we got back, but like, you know,
She was weird.
He took me to her parents' house.
Yeah.
Like it was a pretty extreme.
Yeah. No. So,
but she was cold to me from then on.
Of course she was. Yeah, no. That's not normal. It's okay for her to be upset for a couple hours or like, you know, talk to you about it. Yeah. So when she started saying this shit, like, well, Dave or whatever his fucking name is, or let's call him Dave, like the 40-year-old. Well, Dave wouldn't have done that. How did you respond to that?
Well, she didn't actually tell me that until like 2 weeks later or something.
After you had already broken up?
Yeah.
Okay, so all you saw was you felt a weird, the temperature in the air changed as soon as you said, okay, we'll see you tomorrow. She was cold. You're probably like weirded out, but whatever. Okay, maybe she's just in a bad mood. You get back home from Thanksgiving. Hey, I think we should break up. And you say,
and then by the way, she didn't like explain shit, and then she like didn't talk to me for like 2 weeks.
Okay, so this is what you mean by really devastating breakup.
It was like a very, intense relationship, as I told you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, this is not normal behavior. This is beyond just anxiety. This is a step up. This is why I'm thinking some sort of disorder. So she just ghosts you. You're texting her, calling her, or are you like, whatever, I'll just
like essential, like it would be like, I would send like 20 texts and get like,
oh, brother, why are you sending so many texts?
Well, what am I gonna like pretend like I'm not interested or I don't care? Like what?
It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about, okay, clearly this chick is whatever her reasoning is, it's unreasonable. Like whatever logic she has behind this, it's too much. Like we're in an official monogamous relationship, have spent 4 out of 7 days together every week for the past 6 weeks, right? Whatever.
No, 7 out of 7.
7 out of 7. All right, there we go. Yeah, right. Okay. 7 out of 7, 24/7, orgasms, sucking, spitting, fucking great, amazing time, wants me to go meet her family on fucking Thanksgiving, and then I said one fucking thing and done? Brother, you gotta be like, okay, this bitch is crazy. Like, I care about you, I empathize with you, but unless I see on the news that she has been kidnapped and murdered, there is no reason why she's going to be gone for 2 weeks, and it's not her deciding to do that, right? Like, she wasn't abducted by aliens. She is purposely ignoring you. Are you getting left on red?
Also, she had casual sex at some point in the 2 weeks.
Of course she did. Yeah, of course she did.
I'll add something that sort of adds to then she failed her... well... failed half of the classes she was taking.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, she I doubt she is the most disciplined of people. How did you find out she fucked someone?
She told,
brother, Jesus Christ. She told you on purpose. 100%. If she dropped any info.
She told me because I said something about like, oh, if I knew blah, blah, it'd make it easier or something.
If I knew what?
Like... if I knew that you were fucking someone, it would make it easier for me to move on or something like that.
Oh, she said, all right, I'll make it easier on you. I sucked some dick this week.
Yeah.
Brother. Okay, so.
Sorry, it didn't sound as crazy until I started
saying it out loud. Yeah, exactly. So, It's okay. You don't think I've fucking dated girls like this? This is how I know this shit. I have been run through the ringer, my friend. Okay, so, yeah, sending 20 texts is a no-no. 1 text, 2 texts, 3 call. What's going on? Are you okay? Are you getting left unread, or just not even she's opening it?
There's no red.
No,
She has red
receipts.
receipts turned off, so
Sure.
I do think she's definitely reading them.
Yeah, okay. Do you see, like, what the fuck? Who's calling me? 1 second. Oh, my friend wants to play Dota. I'll get back to him. Yeah, so this is something you have to fix, right? Okay, we got here somehow. You got to this point with her somehow. I mean, did you ever consider that this was a bit weird?
Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you, like, I don't know, ease on the brakes a little bit? Because she sucks really fucking good dick.
I don't know. There's a lot I like about her.
I mean, of course, I bet she's a fascinating person.
Yes.
Right? I bet she is a very, very interesting person. And she's probably fucking hot. So, and I bet when she is, like, at her best, she makes you feel, like, so good, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, you feel like the hottest guy in the world. You feel like you're so smart. You feel so cherished. You
Yes.
feel so, yeah. There's nothing wrong with passion, and there's nothing wrong with a quick connection. But to answer your first question that you left for me on Twitter, yes. As soon as a girl tells me these things, I go, oh, I'm not the only one. Like, I'm not that, like, when I'm a player and I'm fucking a lot of girls and girls go, oh, you're a player. What they're saying is, I don't feel special. And to a certain extent, there is some truth to it. But it isn't an absolute fact. I am able to, like, bond with someone and care about them. But it's not so simple as, oh, you're my first love, so of course I'm going to, like, lose my shit over you because I don't even know what love is and these feelings are new and crazy and blah, blah, blah. To be honest, I have a very interesting perspective. I think that perspective of, like, a new love can be also deceptive and disorienting, just like someone who has been way too promiscuous, and so they've kind of, like, it's like a new radar that is just brand new and it's hypersensitive, and then a radar who's been fucked 20 times. They're both going to give you wrong readings. Because this one's oversensitive and this one's undersensitive, right? Does that make sense? So it's kind of like the guys who are like, oh, you should date virgins. I actually don't think that either. I think that, here's a fun fact, every slut's been a virgin, right? Every girl who's a slut has at one time been a virgin. What changed? Her being a virgin did not make her pure. So virginity even in itself doesn't make pure. So this is, we're going to go to, like, the philosophy side. Her having a low lay count is not necessarily an indicator of things, unless there's context behind it. So if she's 28 years old and has had 4 lays and they're all boyfriends, that's very different from a girl who is 18 and has 4 lays. Or a girl who's 25 and has 4 lays, but then you find out they're all one-night stands. Okay, that's very interesting. Really? You haven't had any relationships? So there's context here. But sometimes raw numbers do communicate something. So a raw number of, you know, she said this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Okay, yeah. That's enough of it. It's such an outlier fact that it communicates something. So as soon as you see that, what you do is like, okay, all this behavior where she's like, just like, this is, you know, is this your first experience of this kind?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude. You're in an RPG and you went to this to this like one level and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? And like there's like gold everywhere and you're getting free XP and everything's great. And then you notice there's like a permanent debuff that just got put on you.
Yeah,
And
it's like a stacking debuff.
Yeah, it's a stacking debuff. And oh fuck, what is this? You know? And you have to go get cleansed, right? Yeah, you're in the zone.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I found the stalker player. So yeah, you're in Chernobyl, bro, you know, and you're like, you're hallucinating. And then I'm like, yeah, dog, that's because it's radioactive fucking gas, you know, you got mega cancer. So, yeah, this is a rite of passage, my friend. This is a rite of passage. You have found your first borderline chick, because this is not normal anxiety. This is a step up. I don't think the red pill's right, and I don't think the blue pill's right. I think the truth is the truth. That's my perspective. And the truth is, when you start getting into numbers like that, and I'll be fair with you, I don't think it's free for men either. I think men I have over 100 lays and, 200, 250 sexual experiences if you count like fingering and blowjobs and all this. It of course affected me. You don't think that like being in a monogamous relationship is a little bit difficult for me because I know I can go out and fuck a bunch of pussy? Of course. I don't just see hot girls on Instagram or this and that and go, oh man, and just, I still jerked off to them when I was single, but like, I know I can go get it. Of course that affects me. Of course that has a certain like pressure on my lust, but it also comes with a positive too. Like, I've tasted so much and I'm able to like sift through that experience that I can see these hot girls and go, okay, there's always a new pussy you haven't fucked, right? Like, new pussy is always hotter than old pussy. It's just a principle, right? I can see it and go, look, okay, I can think, I meet her, do this, and I fuck her and this and this. And then what? Well, it's the same as the other experiences I had. Like, it's not like I'm going to be injected with some super heroin and like I'm going to be happy for the rest of my life. It's just pussy, right? Now, some pussy is better than other pussy, but like, I'm happy with my marriage. I think my wife's gorgeous and, she's amazing and this and that. Okay. I don't need, so this experience that I have is also a plus. So I think that naivete has its pluses to a certain extent, but it also has its negatives. And I think lots of experience has its negatives, but also has its positives. Now, me personally, I do also think that men have a slightly more natural disposition to have a little bit more promiscuity and not be so affected by it. Not affected, but just less affected. And I don't think women are broken just because they had 10 lays, right? Now, I think women who are already broken can lead them to have 10 lays. Do you see that the causal relation is the other way around? What do you study, by the way?
Theoretical physics.
Okay, so she was, okay, yeah. Right, so, okay, you're not in experimental physics, you're in theoretical, but let's assume experimental physics right now. The way we get to a sigma 6 discovery, right, is we have so much data and any external variables have been eliminated because of how much data and contextual data we have that we can declare the Higgs boson is this mass, right? That's how we get to that point, right? So what you have to do is you have to like look at your experiences and break down everything that happened. How did I get to this point? How was I so like, how did I get lost in the pussy? How did I get drawn into her? Break down what she did and it worked. Oh, wow. She did this. She did this. She did this. And there was also a naivete on your part.
Yes.
Like this is my first experience with this. I've never had this experience. Holy yap session. Ahmed, this is why you suck. Do you think cold approaching is dead? Seems like there's a stigma around it. Get out of here, nerd. So, these people are not They don't learn. They're just douchebags. So, anyways, you have to break down this phenomenon that happened to you. And no matter what, texting her 20 times is like it's not gonna work.
What's your logic behind that? Like, I understand it. Like, yeah, if she's like, if you don't even know her or something, like,
Sure.
it makes sense.
So it's what I said before. I said this behavior from her is so extreme that the only thing that could explain this is mental instability.
Yeah, okay.
So when I see mental instability, I just go to the basics. Trying to communicate with this person is not going to work.
Yeah, I see.
Right? Whatever they're dealing with, they have to deal with. I'm like, clearly it's so extreme that they made this extreme decision off of a very small impetus. So I have to just back up. What I do is I go back to the basics. When a girl is not talking to you, you don't text her 100 times because that's unattractive and needy and desperate. I just go back to the basics.
Yeah.
So she's ignoring me on purpose. What I do is I pull back. If she wants to come back, she comes back. If she doesn't, whatever. That's it. Go back to the basics. So the logic is quite simple. You don't get lost in. The only thing I would consider is like, okay, what was the trigger? The only thing I see is that I got a little frustrated. She didn't want to fuck. And then she did all of this. Holy shit. Also, here's the second thing you do. Do I want her? See, this is what you failed to misunderstand. You went the opposite direction. Hey, this girl really over-dramatized such a simple thing and had a catastrophic response to it. Oh, wow, I really want her. Let me text her 20 times. Your response, your default automatic response should be the opposite. Now, it's gonna take you time to condition yourself to do that. But you should have, I would be immediately turned off. I would go, wow, what a fucking weird response. Yeah, she has great pussy, but like, this bitch is crazy. And I would immediately stop texting her.
Yeah.
And ironically, you know what that's going to do? It's going to make her come back to me faster. That's actually what it's going to do.
I don't know.
Well, how did you eventually get back in touch?
Like, I don't know. She eventually agreed to meet, and then we met, but it was only like an hour or something. And then supposedly, actually, we're meeting tomorrow.
I don't think you should meet her.
No?
You want to see some wild shit?
Yeah.
Don't meet her. So when did you meet? When was the last time you met? When was it?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Okay, and on that date, she explained to you, you responded this way. Dave would have never done that. Da 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 da. You don't care about me. You just see me as like. What did she?
No,
exactly
I mean, she was
accuse
actually
you?
pretty nice about it. She was just like, "Oh well, I think I wasn't actually over Dave. Let's call him."
Yeah, but guess what? He didn't want her.
Yeah.
So what are you going to be, this little simp who just fucking chases after her while she's dreaming about sucking his dick?
Yeah.
No, that's gay. Like, don't do that. So you see how I can really like philosophize things, and then like sometimes I'm just like, well, that's fucking gay. Why would you do that? You have to be able to know when to be intellectual and when to be simple. The problem with people of your disposition is that you're always in intellectual mode.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. Like it. Yeah, like from a certain perspective, it's you just look at it and it's just sort of obviously crazy.
So obviously crazy. Yes.
You're just caught up in the details.
Exactly. You missed the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
So, I think the best thing for your growth, you probably won't listen to me, but because I know that pussy is very powerful. But I have like a 0% success rate when I'm like when there's like a client and there's pussy on one side and me, I lose. Right? I lose almost every time. So I would not meet with her because I don't think you should want this girl anymore. Like
Yeah.
you should actually reprogram. You should not be attracted to this behavior. You should be unattracted. It should be repulsive. Because it's not healthy. It may be fun, but it's not healthy. It's like being addicted to heroin. Right? This girl is like living heroin. Right? So I would just text her and be like, hey, you know what? I actually gave it some thought, and I think it's best if we just stay friends. And, you know, I wish you all the best. And, you know,
Should I actually be friends with her?
probably, I don't think you'll be able to control yourself, especially if you have such good sexual chemistry. So maybe you shouldn't even phrase it that way, because we do want to be honest, because that's a good point. Like, am I just saying just be friends as a phrase? I kind of was, but I just meant like we should be I don't think you should be unfriendly. That's kind of what I mean. Like, hey, we should just, you know, but you're right. Like that would imply like she'll, you know, because first of all, it's going to make her want you. I'm like 85% sure it's going to make her want you more. But I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm not doing this as some sort of like Machiavellian like technique.
Right.
I'm doing this because it's unhealthy to be with this girl, right?
Yeah.
I think what you should do is you should say, hey, you know what? What you did was pretty extreme. I understand you had some reason behind it, but it was pretty extreme, and I actually don't think we should like. I don't think we should really hang out anymore. I wish you all the best, and I hope that you know, I hope that things go well for you. But I actually have given it some thought, and I think it would be healthier if like we go our separate ways. That's a much more honest way. Thank you for like, yeah. I don't think you should be friends with her. I think it's a much healthier thing to do, is to cut it off. Be polite about it. Be warm. Make sure you're warm about it. Just so she doesn't flip a fucking gasket, you know? I wouldn't like accuse her of anything. I wouldn't be like, you were a fucking cunt and da-da-da. Like I would just say what you did was, you know, I've given it some thought, and you know, I think that the way that you handled things by ghosting me after 2 weeks it hurt. And I think that we should go our separate ways. So you're more painting it like it hurt me rather than you're an evil piece of shit and fuck you.
Yeah.
Because that will just send her into defense mode. So your guiding principle on how you write the text, because you have to write it like you would write it, is we shouldn't see each other. I was hurt by how you acted, and I think it'd be best, if we go our separate ways. But I wish you all the best. Make that very clear, that because you should, like, no matter who it is, you should still wish them well. It's hard, especially when they've, she hasn't done something awful to you, but it was still pretty bad. But yeah.
Well, thanks so much for the advice.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. So how long have you been like watching my content, or are you very new to it?
Like 2 years maybe. I really like I like your philosophy.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this wasn't like
I like Chase too. That's actually how I found you.
Right. Yeah. Usually, yeah. You kind of look like him too. Yeah. I mean, yeah. He has some videos. You guys look pretty similar, but yeah, you were pretty receptive. I would be surprised if you told me that you were like new to my content. But okay, cool. Yeah, man.
Well, I also purchased your day game course.
You did through Girl Chase or through me?
Don't remember.
So if you go on my website, I can make you an account because I added some new modules, like 6 new modules. So if you go on my website, it's hectorcastillodating.com. Why don't you shoot me an email at hectorcastillodating@gmail.com. And I'll use that email, and I'll make you an account, and I'll give you access because you've already paid for it. I'll give you access to my dating course, and you'll see a bunch of new modules.
Okay. Well, thank you.
So you can view it on my website. And then you'll get my texting book for free. Also.
I already had it.
Oh, you already have it? Okay, perfect. But yeah, it'll all be on my, you can use like my website's interface. And then it has content that the old Girls Chase version doesn't have. So, I appreciate you supporting me. very
Thank
nice
you.
of you. Yeah. And yeah, man. So, I'll try to do more of these live streams. So hopefully we have someone new to talk about soon.
Yeah,
So, but this is an educational experience. It is. It is.
indeed.
Yeah. All right, man. Good talking to you.
Thanks.
All right, buddy.
Doug.
Hey, Mewing. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
I've been doing well. I just got back from some Thai food with some friends.
Okay. Nice. So are you in Turkey?
No, I just have a bunch of like international friends, and we always just say like different shit, like privet or like marhaba, whatever. It's all the
Privet.
different like sayings.
Privet.
Yeah, privet.
Yeah. So where are you?
I'm in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. So.
Okay. Very cool. So what do you want to ask me?
No, I wanted your like opinion on the situation because I was mentioning it last stream about how I was like there was this friend who I was potentially gonna hook up with, but then she kind of went awry. And I wanted like your perspective on what do you think might have happened.
Well, yeah, give me the story.
All right, so initially I was hooking up with another friend, but we ended up like calming things
You
down,
were
and
fucking a female friend of yours.
yeah,
Okay.
and she was like, okay,
A lot of your
probably
game
not-
is Social Circle, or
at the moment, yeah.
okay.
I've done some cold approaching. I'm getting a bit better at it, but
You should because
yeah.
Social Circle is incestuous. It is a. I mean, you're about to tell me why it's so fucking.
It's really interesting. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
it
There's
is that
some-
there's so many variables because everyone knows each other and tells everyone everything. Yeah. Okay. So
I also
you're
find that
Go ahead.
in cold approach, I feel like I can be a bit more faster with a lot of things
yes.
naturally. And social circle, I do try to still have like move things quick, but I feel like I have to be a bit more calculated with it at the same time.
You're correct because there's more at risk.
Yeah.
Because her reputation being associated with you, whatever that means. I'm assuming you have a player reputation in your circle at this point.
I try to keep that super low key when it comes to social circle. Like I said, I come off super aggressive when it comes to cold approach.
Yeah.
But with social circle, I could try to be a bit more low key, and it's like
What's your leg count?
right now, believe it or not, last year it was 3. Right now it's up to 10.
It's
like at the
you're
at the start-
probably still flying under the radar,
Yeah.
but it's gonna change relatively soon. Like it's kind of like trying to keep your wealth low key. It's like at some point there's gonna be signs that you got money, right? So there's probably gonna be signs you're you got girls popping pussy on you. It's gonna become.
I'm gonna say I've noticed a lot more. Like at first it was more around girls my age, and
Yeah.
then as I've gotten a bit better, I've noticed like a lot of girls in their early 20s have showed a lot of interest.
Yeah, no, you're gonna, and girls are gonna be aware of it, and they're gonna be like, okay, where's this aura coming from? And the only thing it comes from is like, okay, this guy's he's got something, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're fucking your one female friend, and then what?
We ended up like calling things off because she got a bit attached because I.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
gonna.
I am
Well,
getting
hey,
I do.
that's gonna do it. So you cut her off, or she decided I like you too much, and I know you don't want something serious, so I'm gonna stop
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna need to like detox from you a bit because you're is a bit too exciting. I was like, okay, cool. She was like, you should try out this other girl, and I was like, I don't know, she seems a bit young. And it's
She
like,
gave
I
you
don't
she referred you to a new client.
she told me that I should go mess with her because I was like, I knew the girl before, but I hadn't like thought much about her. I thought she
Yeah.
was just like this young like spunky chick, but
Yeah.
I hadn't like really like considered her. And she was like, yeah, you should go like chat her up. I was like, she's a bit young. She was like, yeah, but you were also trying to like hit up with this 26-year-old. Why don't you like go talk to the 22-year-old? I was like, I mean, I guess I can try. So we ended up I ended up chatting up a bit more. She's a singer. She invited me to a few events, so I went to that. Also danced with her a few times at these events, and we just started hanging out a bit more. And I ended up saying, just fuck it. I'm just gonna like invite her out one time. I don't, like I said, I told her I'm not necessarily looking for anything serious right now. She's like, me either. And as time was like going on, we got a bit more like physical, and she was like, I don't know, I'm probably gonna end up changing my mind. And I was like, okay. I
How
still
many
don't know
how many
that-
hangouts is this? Like over a course of
At
how
this
many?
point, it was probably 4 hangouts at this point. But most of those were like, we only had like one where it was just us. And the one where it was just us, that's where she was like, okay, I'm starting to maybe like want to change my mind.
So
some
4
point.
hangouts. When did you do the first kiss?
We will say it was the third night, actually. The third hangout. That's when we had our first kiss.
Yeah, you play it really safe in the first couple, which
Yeah.
is smart. It's honestly smart.
It was actually really funny because she was like really like gassing me up at the time, and she was like, "You're like kind of like the most awesome person here." I was like, "Okay, that's like nice to hear," but I was like, "You don't know me too well yet." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And I don't want her to have
You
like
could
this
have
like
totally
image in
made a
my head.
move.
Yeah,
You could have made a move for
Yeah.
sure. If she's gassing you up like that, then yeah, she's because her friend obviously like you do know that this girl didn't just refer you out of nowhere, right?
yeah,
Like this girl that you're talking to now, the second girl, probably said something to the first girl and was like, "Oh, Mewing's real hot." Like, or like he's cute. Like it didn't just magically come out of nowhere, right? And she probably knows you were fucking girl number 1. So okay, and then on date 4 she hits you with this like 180 and she's like, "I'm going to change my mind?"
yeah. Because we were just like, it was her. She had started bringing her friends like all to the like even more of her friends to the spot that we hang out. We were just like sitting up like at the bar and stuff like that. She was a little tipsy. So I'm like, I don't know if this was the alcohol talking, but she was just like, "Hey, I know I said this." At one point, I'm like really definitely thinking about changing my mind, and I was like, "Okay."
Said what? What is she saying she's going to change her mind about specifically?
About possibly wanting to be in a relationship is what I.
Oh, I understand. I understand. She says she's not looking for something serious. You said, and then she's
Yeah,
like,
I'm not-
"Actually, I'm changing my mind." Okay, that's
Because
because you
what-
took too fucking long to fuck her.
I know.
Okay, okay, you know that at least. Yeah, yeah. And so she got drunk and she spilled the beans.
Yeah, she ended up making out with me in front of her friends, even though she was
No.
strictly against that. I was like, okay.
Yep. Because she probably heard you're a little bit of a fuckboy. You were smashing her friend. Her friend cut you off because she's too addicting, but no, you didn't want something serious. Yeah, bro. Like she went in thinking that like the chocolate was being advertised as one thing. And then, she takes a bite and she's like, "Oh, this is different. Like it's not what I expected."
Yeah.
And then she changes her mind on it. Is she someone that you were like, I mean, actually, I shouldn't even ask that question. It doesn't matter if you wanted something serious with her. Like you should still fuck.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like right now it's like more of just like analyzing the situation. I definitely thought at some point, like looking back at the whole thing, I was like, yeah, I definitely should have been a bit more aggressive when she like as soon as she had said that to me, I should have like definitely turned on the Gaylors.
Yeah. No, as soon as she said you were awesome, go.
Actually, yeah, that would have been
Oh, you're so what date was that?
That was because we were leaving the club and we were going to it tells you how like so like out of it I was at the time. We were like walking to her car. I think her friend, one of our guy friends, said he was gonna go to her house to like go smoke some weed with her or something like that. And we're just like chilling out of her car. It's like fucking cold. And we were just like out there chatting. I'm just thinking to myself, wait, doesn't she have somebody at the fucking house like waiting on her?
Yeah.
And
She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's just one of her like orbiters is like over there. Right? And she's just like totally doesn't give a fuck. She wants to hang out with you. Yeah, remember she would have probably domed you in
that's
the
what I
car.
said. That's definitely like in hindsight, I was looking like, yeah, I definitely could have like moved this on like so much quicker.
Yeah, you
but
could have fucked her in the car probably.
yeah,
Probably.
because eventually we started making out. I'm like grabbing her ass. She's like moaning and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But,
what the fuck? What more you got to tell me? That's it. Boom.
Yeah,
That's it.
I don't know. At the time, I was thinking logistics were like fucked
What do you mean logistics?
because we were. I live.
Is your dick in San Francisco? No, it's right here. Like just
just fuck her in the car?
but yeah, dude. Like, what do you mean?
So, yeah, you're right.
You're overthinking it.
Mm-hmm. I'm a bit newer to this.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not. I understand. You are newer.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. But these, I mean, you know how many times I've looked back and been like, yeah, could have fucked. Oh, could have fucked. Oh, could have.
Yep.
It wasn't even like, it was literally just, should have just went for it. And I would have had it. I have like dozens of those, probably more, that I've just like blocked out because they're traumatic. Because I fucking missed out on amazing pussy for no reason. Like I almost fucked a golden girl from a zoo. I'm from your area, by the way. Yeah. I was, Lake of the Ozarks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was working there a long time ago, back when I was in college. And one of the golden girls came in there with the cheerleaders for the Mizzou football team. And yeah, she came in. She was talking to me. She was flirting her ass off. And then, like, it was, like, late. It was, like, closing. And actually, I met her because, like, I was talking to, I think it was her mom. And her mom was like, "You're really cute. Like, you should be my daughter." And so she came up and she started flirting with me. And then she's like, "Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight." Bro, I swear to God, I'm such a fucking retard, man. And I'm like bartending. And I'm like, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I kind of just pass over it. And I'm like, "Hey, well, give me your number." Bro, I literally should have just said, "Hey, I'll be off in like 2 hours. Like, we can hang out." Bro, I'm a fucking... I could have smashed. Like, there's so many fucking hot ass girls that I could have gotten, and hopefully you learn this lesson faster.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
just because here's the thing, girls like to fuck, bro. Like that's it. It's that simple. Like, don't be too worried about I think you're too worried about your reputation. I
will be honest. That's something I've even been telling myself lately. Is like, I'm a little bit too worried about
who gives a shit, bro.
Proceed, yeah.
Did you read my King of College book?
No, I did not.
Okay, I'll sell it to you if you're interested in buying it. I'm actually rewriting it too to make it a little bit less Hector gets drunk and fucks a bunch of girls. So, yeah, dude, I went through college. It was a small ass college, and I went through the ringer with reputation. But even then, at the end of the day, I don't look back and think, "Oh man, I wish I would have." The only thing I wish I would have done was not fuck girls with boyfriends. I wish I'd have been maybe a little bit less of an asshole. And I wish I didn't drink so much. Right? That's the only thing I would have changed. In fact, I wish I would have fucked more girls. Because I realized after I graduated, all these people who were like, jealous and haters and this and that, the fuck are they? They're not doing it. They're not making me money. They're not my friend. They're not caring about me. I'm not saying I would hurt them. Like, that's the whole thing about, like, not sleeping with girls and boyfriends. Like, I regret, like, hurting people that way. But, like, who cares? Like, you sleeping with these girls isn't, like, hurting anyone. Unless you're just, like, lying or being a reckless hedonist where you don't give a fuck about people's emotions. But you don't sound like that person to me, right?
No, not at all.
Right? You sound like a conscientious person. So you shouldn't be worried. You should only be worried about your reputation in the fact that, like, I care about people, or like I take care of my friends, or I'm loyal, or this, and I'm honest and I'm generous. This is the only thing that you should care about, your reputation. But in terms of like, oh, she knows I'm who cares?
You say just own that shit.
Just own it. Exactly. That was my worst mistake, is when girls started to like give me player accusations. I would like, and that killed the vibe. If she's talking to you and she's accusing you of being a player, she fucking went into that room knowing what's up. She's just like having some second thoughts, or she's testing you. This girl was set up by girl number one. It was an alley-oop. So how'd you fuck it up?
Like I said, I definitely do think timing was an issue. And then, like I said, we were in our car one night. I think I told you this on the last stream, like through text, that we ended up having like a play fight. And I don't know if she actually took that fucking fight serious, because like I texted her saying like, hey, let's like meet up at this one spot. And I was actually gonna like just try to like seal the deal that night. But I hadn't heard from her.
Let me see if I have the text. What you said. So live. It was the New Year's live stream. Was it that one?
Yeah, it was.
Where's the live stream? Oh, I didn't save the chat. That's dumb.
Basically, the premise was she was like, we were like in the chat, we had just like finished making out, and she was like, I was about to get out, and she was like, yeah, see you later, bitch. And I was like, hold on, what you just called me? She was like, yeah, that's what I call my friends. So she's like, all right, so now we gotta like throw hands. And,
okay.
Obviously, like joking, you're right.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, I do have the chat here. Okay,
Yeah.
1 second. We ended up play finding. Now I haven't heard from her ass in a week. What do you think happened? Okay. So then you like start wrestling, start grabbing around. Oh, she called me a bitch in a playful way. I see. And then yeah, bro, you got all riled up. she 100% got horny.
Mm.
And this was date what at this point?
We had one, two. We had officially been like, this is like our like third time just like hanging out with each other.
Well, I
solo.
thought you said date 4 was at the bar when she like says she's thinking about changing her mind.
As in like, so it's like, how would I
How
say
many-
this?
how many
I
hangouts?
wasn't counting the ones where it was like, like like a social group. I count those a bit differently. Where it was just like me and her.
Mm-hmm.
I was counting basically like this is the third time. We were
Okay,
just, like,
time period then. How long since your first hangout
so-
to now?
I'd say it was maybe at the start of December last year.
Okay, so only like a month.
Yeah.
Um,
That was like, yeah. I typically move a bit quicker with them, but I was like, it was a bit more drawn out because I was like, I don't. I think it was a bit
how old are you?
I am just turned the same as you did, 33. I turned 33 on January 4th.
So these are all adults. Like you're an adult social circle. This isn't
Yeah.
like college.
Nah, hell no.
How are you all connected through nightlife or just through friends of friends of friends?
So I do a Latin dancing, salsa, bachata, merengue,
Oh.
and she was a bit.
Are
new to
you
this,
Latino, black, white? What are you?
black?
Black. Okay. Is she a sister or is she? What is she?
No, she's a white girl.
She's a white girl. So I mean, yeah, Midwestern white girls. So that's where I was born and bred, my friend. I was trained on the vanilla. So she's same age as you?
No, she's 22.
Oh, okay. Wait, what? Is that,
Yeah, that's,
so
that's what I said. I said it earlier.
oh, you said it earlier. Oh shit. Okay, okay. So interesting. So she's still in fucking. She's just graduated. What do you know about her? Like, do you know how many? What's her experience? Like, I don't know, a couple boyfriends in college.
I
Or?
know she said she had like 2 or 3 boyfriends.
Yeah. No hookups.
I
That
did
you,
not
that you,
ask.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, she's probably. No, I think she wanted some dick.
yeah.
She wanted some dick, and then you like. Yeah. Like you just changed the vibe, you know, and I think she got disappointed. She's probably like because, okay, she wants to fuck, and then she's like, hey, I'm maybe changing my mind about wanting a relationship, right? And then, and then you're like flirting with her, but then you're not making any changes to your. How did you respond to her saying, I'm thinking about changing my mind about a relationship?
I think that's the time where I started getting a bit more physical, like grabbing on her hair. Like,
But how did you specifically respond to her saying, I'm thinking
Saying
about
it?
changing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I actually forgot what I said. I was like, oh, that's a.
Oh, that's an interesting thing to say.
Yeah. It probably
Yeah,
sounds
that's
like-
it? Yeah. Okay.
Nah, it's
No.
not the same.
Girl confesses her feeling. Guy says, crazy, cool, awesome. Next. You know, like, yeah, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. Basically. Damn, that's
guess-
crazy. Yeah. That's basically what you did.
Basically.
You said, damn, that's crazy. It's not a
But I'm
very
trying to,
deep
I don't think I
conversation.
phrased it like that, but it probably does how it came.
It came off
yeah.
that way. It came off that way.
I think in my mind, I think I was like, she still doesn't know me yet because this was like,
What do you mean doesn't know you? She knows it. She knows enough about you.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
no.
just me doing too much fucking thinking.
Exactly. Yeah, you're
Like
thinking
that,
too much.
yeah.
You're too. What do you do for a living?
I'm actually I do truck driving for a living, and I'm in school as well for neurogenesis research.
Oh, okay. Shit. All right. Were you in the military? Is that why you're going back to school so late?
No, I got pretty sick when I was in my early 20s and like lasted for about 4 years. And
Oh, shit.
after that, I started just working, and it's like, it's like, I don't know, it
Yeah.
just felt weird to like not be working when you're used to making a certain amount of money to
Right.
just go back to school. So.
Right. Well, I'm glad you feel better, man. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that happened to you.
It's also probably why my late count wasn't as high. I kind of like was like
Sure.
kind of like shut off for a bit. So
Of course. No, totally understandable. And then your job is a little bit. I mean, how many days of the week are you like gone?
right now, thankfully, I ended up switching to domestic this year. So I was doing cross country for a while, but
Like Canada,
right now I'm
Mexico?
just no. What's it like border states from like Missouri? So it's like
Gotcha.
the Illinois,
Mhm.
Tennessee, and stuff like that.
Oh, domestic as in within the state. I
Yeah,
understand. I
yeah,
understand.
Tennessee.
Not
Yeah,
not.
it's like border states. Yeah,
I understand. Um. Okay, so your dot is like gone.
yeah,
And she knows all this about you. Like
yep,
this was all eventually like, yeah, yeah. I think it's a classic case of she heard you were smashing her friend. She thinks you're cute. Like you had met her before, right? You said you
yeah. I
knew
had
her.
met her in the summer, at like a Afro night, Afro
Yeah.
slash reggaeton night.
Right, right, right. Oh, well, she knows what
But
she's
I didn't
looking
even like
for.
consider her at that point. I was like
Yeah.
missing some other girl. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
But like
yeah.
it was like one of those where it's like she's in like my peripheral, but I wasn't like trying anything at all because
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. No, she was aware of you. Homegirl said that she was fucking you. Said you fuck good. She was interested. Um, came in with that understanding. You don't follow through with that. She's like, okay, does he want something more? I mean, he keeps wanting to see me. Now we're making out in front of friends. I normally don't do this. So she changes her mind. She's still probably open to fucking because she's play
yeah.
fighting with you in the car. It's not like she's gonna slow game you now. But then she's like, okay, he's not giving me anything. What's he doing? He's just playing with me. So, and she still hasn't responded?
No, it's been probably a week and a half now since I like last text her.
Yeah. Honestly, here's what I would just chill. You'll probably run into her again. I would just like play it really cool, warm, polite, but like distant. And then if she kind of comes back in, set up a hangout, just you and her at your place, and then smash.
All right, so yeah, then we are kind of like on the same page about what I should have done because I was like, yeah, I definitely don't want to come in like too eager. I thought, especially
Yeah,
after we've had like this long gap.
yeah, yeah. I know you got to play cool. You got
I
to
will
play
say
cool.
also another thing that also was delaying. She ended up having like this, I think, Baker cyst on like the back of her like leg, so I wasn't able to see her for like a period while that
She
was
she,
going
she
on.
had a what?
You know what a Baker cyst is?
A Baker cyst.
Yeah, it's just like it's basically just inflammation like at the back
Oh,
on your patella. Yeah,
oh, okay, okay.
yeah, yeah.
So
And then like
she's out of
she wasn't
commission.
able to like come out for a bit, and that also like kind of like halted things. So I wasn't able to see her for a while.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's yeah. You just gotta remember, people have expectations.
Yeah,
This isn't just some mechanical input output shit. Like you're dealing with people. They have intentions, they have expectations, they have fears, they have desires, you know, and life moves on. So, move faster. Definitely move faster.
yeah. I'll definitely keep that in mind. That's something I actually, like you said, told myself as well. I definitely need to, even in like social circle, just move even a bit quicker than I was.
Yeah, don't be too concerned. I mean, are you you're not an instructor in the bachata shit, right?
No,
Okay.
I'm
So
on a team, but I
okay.
typically don't mess with anybody on the team.
Okay, then that's fine. Like as long as you're not in some position where like, you're vulnerable, then I wouldn't be super overly anxious. And plus you're not even shitting where you eat. It's just a kind of you use that as like a bridge to meet people, right?
Yeah.
No.
Actually, that's one of the reasons I initially took up fucking learning Latin dancing. I wanted to meet girls. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Trust me, if you ever have a girl and she does Latin dancing, nope, she's not your girl. It's way too physical. Way too
yeah,
physical.
I've seen some things. Yeah.
Yeah, of course you have. Yeah. No. It's like acting. Like you can't just like, oh, I'm just acting. Nope, you're definitely making out with that person. So great way to meet girls, but I wouldn't date anyone super seriously if they're doing it a lot. Yeah. Move faster. Don't be so worried about your reputation for sure.
Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, thanks for your input on that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're coming to the live streams. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right,
Hopefully
brother.
I have some more stories like for your next streams.
Hey, man. I'm gonna be doing them a lot this year. So,
All right, sounds good.
all right, buddy. Good talking to you.
All right. See ya.
See you, man. Okay, one second. Beep, 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 beep. Let's see. All right. King College is based and really opened my mind as well as possible. Just hate that I found out after I graduated. Yeah, my bad, man. 3 a.m. in Germany. Please just do your streams earlier, Habibi. Pop in and say Hector changed my life forever, and you guys better listen. His advice is worth the weight in gold. I appreciate that, man. John Lewis. Oh, hey, what's up? Twitter guy. All right. Men and women can never be friends. Don't delude yourself. Generally true. Generally true. Men and women can be friends. They can't be just friends. It's an interesting distinction, right? It's usually 99% chance there isn't a friendship without some sort of sexual tension there or, desires. But you can obviously be friendly. Like, it's not like everyone's like jumping each other's bones 24/7. But you can't be just friends. I think that's... But generally, you're right. Stefano, what's up, man? How do you know when to continue with playful, not so serious persona, and when to get real and just show real feelings, being vulnerable? In the last conversation we had, my mistake was giving a player response when I should have been more honest, and being a simp when I should just go full player. There's not really an equation. I mean... Generally, you should be able to go 50-50, I guess, just like as a general rule. When you should switch is when that person needs it, meaning like when she's bringing up serious topics, like with this guy, with the example. When he was at the bar and she confessed that she's thinking about maybe wanting a relationship, right? He should have seriously addressed that. He needs to ask her, right? But instead he just gave her a like, oh, okay, cool. Response. Like, you got to give a real response. So the person will signal. If they're having fun and being playful, then that's what you should do and just fuck. That, like with the girl that we went over with you. Like, you should have just fucking smashed. Right? Because that was the context. Like, she was interested in that. But then things started getting serious, and then you got to switch. And you have to address things on a serious level. And they could flip like this. Like, let's say a girl's wanting to fuck and she's being all flirty and da-da-da. And then you're like, hey, let's get out of here. And she's like, okay, well, what are you looking for? Well, then you shouldn't be playful. You should be like, well, hey, I'll be honest with you. Da-da-da, da-da-da, Literally zips through the sewer system at 250 miles an hour, bouncing off metal surfaces like a ball bearing and rolling up turds and fatbergs like a Katamari. I know that reference, Katamari Damachi. Hey, now, this is the way to go for me. I don't know what the fuck that's referring to. Like, definitely context hat. Need context. Sorry for your awful experience, but I know it's great entertainment for the rest of us. That's it's brutal, but it's funny. Just got back from playing in the jazz bar. Hey man, hope it was great, Davion. I didn't quite pronounce that right. Get paid, then get laid. Lots of gatekeeping, but girls are too nice. Girls are very nice. They're very sweet. All right. Well, let's see if anyone has anything else. We're at 2.5 hours, almost 3. I think I'll go for a little bit longer and then wrap it up. If anyone has any questions. We've covered a lot of interesting topics today. Getting really obsessed with a, girl who is a bit off a rocker but hot and makes you feel all these great emotions. Just not moving quicker. Learning how to not be so sexual and actually be more serious. It's a rare problem, but it does happen. Oh, any advice for picking up girls in a coffee house? I mean, if they're not in line with you, you can just go ask to sit with them. Hey, can I sit here and have a coffee with you? Or I would walk up and be like, hey, what's up? How are you? Be like, are you, would you like some company? I'm looking to sit somewhere if you want to like chat. You could do really indirect. Like just hey, I'd like to sit down with you. Or you can just go straight up direct to like, just be like, hey, I think you're really cute. Can I, what's your name? Can I sit down? Blah, blah, blah. If it's an enclosed place, then, the pressure is a little bit higher. So you do have to be a little bit more like, you don't want to be so boisterous. You don't want to call too much attention to yourself. But you should do it as spontaneously as possible. You grab your coffee and then you go to her immediately. Like, you look around, you find or you already know who you like, but you just look around and then just like go be like, hey, can I join you? You look, you're very cute. I gotta be honest, and I want to sit down and talk to you a little bit. Oh no, sorry. I'm just looking to spend some time alone. Okay, cool, no worries. And then you go. It's not like a bar or a club where you can just go next girl, next girl, next girl, right? It's kind of you got one shot maybe, or two if enough time goes by. Like, one girl I got in Denver when I was visiting, she was outside of a Starbucks. And I just walked outside, with my coffee and saw her and just said, hey, I think you're really cute. She's like, oh, da-da-da-da. And I was like, can I sit down? Yeah, sure. I started talking to her. And then she had some errands to run, but we had to plan to meet later. And then I think we were going to grab dinner. And then she just texted me, hey, I'm kind of busy. Do you want to just come over? And I was like, sure. So I just went over and we smoked some weed and we fucked. I was actually couch surfing, so I got to sleep in a nice bed, not the couch at that point. I was so fucking tired. Oh my God. She wanted to go out and party, which would have been fun, but I was just fucking wasted, fucking tired. Good sex though. Came all over her face. But yeah, if you go to that coffee house a lot, like, I wouldn't be like approaching girls every time. Any advice for hired guns cocktail waitresses? I mean, so the biggest thing about girls who are working is don't try too hard. Like, she needs to do the work. Because as soon as you like start trying to flirt with her, she's much more likely to automatically go, client who's flirting with me, and boom. Every time I've picked up a girl who's working or seen a friend who picked up a girl who's working, honestly, the most impressive one that I saw was when I was watching another guy pick up a girl. I mean, I picked up one bartender in where was I? Netherlands. I actually took her virginity. One second. Someone's asking me about my day game course. I gotta make some money real quick, boys. Hey, Ron, here's my here's the sales page for my day game course. So it is $500. But you get my texting book as well, and you get like 21 modules. It's huge. But yeah, there's the link to the sales page. So, yeah, I picked up that girl in the Netherlands, and then I almost hooked up with a girl I used to work with at a club, but I was working with her, so I guess that doesn't count. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Ooh, how many other... Okay, awesome. Appreciate it, Ron. One second, let me get my list. One second, I'm trying to remember who was working. I did fuck a stripper, but I was walking on the street when I met her. I fucked 2 strippers actually. And I did not meet them at a strip club. I met them in day game, but that doesn't count. That's not really what you're looking for. Let's see. No. I'm just looking at lays. I'm not really thinking about like. I was like, I want to do some. No. I have a list of girls I fucked for. I lost count at some point, but for a little bit I had it. Here we go. That was the bartender chick. Da 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 da. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I was in Barcelona and there was a girl who was working at the hostel. That was one of my favorites. She's like in my top 10 of like girls who were like tens. Like she was just gorgeous, just a beautiful woman. Starbucks. I have a girl under here. Oh, I know who that is. Yeah. Okay. So probably my two favorite are the bartender chick, and then the girl who was working at the hostel. So, but then I have my story of the friend who fucked a bartender. His is honestly, well, the hostel girl's the hottest, but in terms of like in person right then and there at a bar, my friend's story is the best. And it went like this. We're sitting at the bar. Bartender's like early 30s. She's hot, but, you know, a little bit past her prime. Kind of has that, like, little bit bitter charisma. You ever met those people who are they're kind of like, whatever, you know, but they're really funny because of the shit they've been through. I don't know if that makes sense, but she was telling off this other customer, actually. She was like kind of, some guy did something and she was kind of leaning into him, telling him he's disrespectful. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And she's just like pounding it on. That's usually the sign of a shitty person when someone apologizes and they just continue to kind of like lambast you. But anyway, she's like making a fool of him. And he's like, I'm sorry. And he's really drunk. And then she's like, whatever. And so then she comes to like serve us and, you know, ask what we want to drink. And then she starts talking to us and, you know, she starts asking me questions. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I'm kind of trying to flirt with her. And my friend's kind of ignoring her on his phone. But she keeps looking at him. And I'm like, okay, well, she's talking to me, but she's interested in him. And then all of a sudden she makes a comment towards him. And then he responds. And then, actually, I have this story written somewhere. Actually, I'm trying to, there's some details I don't want to forget. I'll just go by memory. But I have some more details right now. And because I want to get to the bridge where like it actually changes. But he's not like trying to flirt with her. Because she's in an authority position, right? That's my point. She's in a power position. She's in an authority position. So she's going to feel comfortable and in power. If she wants to flirt with you, she'll do it. You're mostly riding on your fundamentals at that point. Right? And so you don't want to seem thirsty. You don't want to seem like you're trying to flirt with her. You're staring at her. You're like, hey, can I get a drink? You know, like you're not trying too hard with that shit. And so, oh yeah, I did get a waitress home with me, but I'd already flirted with her before. She just happened to be working where I found her. Sorry, my ADHD is kicking in. I'm trying to remember all times when I, you know, picked up a waitress or a bartender. So, she's in an authority position, so let her do the work. And so at some point it flips. I'm trying to remember the catalyst for it, but she makes a comment. She like looks at him and she's like, I think it was kind of out of the blue. She's like, you know, you're pretty cute. And he looks at her and smiles, and then he looks at me and he's like, what is she doing? Like what? Like kind of like teasing her. Like, whoa, she's just being really forward. And he just smiles and looks at me and kind of does this like, see this? Well, what's going on here? Now flip it. A guy goes to flirt with a girl. It's like, oh, wow, you're so pretty. And the girl goes, look at this little charmer. Like, oh, what's he doing? Like kind of that attitude. It's a really powerful like technique because it accepts the compliment, but kind of teases you for being so forward, which means like I'm not totally bought in. You know, like it's very clever. It's like, okay, you're flirting with me, that's nice, but like, okay, you know, you're laying it on a bit thick, which really sets the precedent that they're the person pursuing you, which is incredibly powerful with women. Like, because usually it's the man chasing the woman, right? Or pursuing the woman, because that's usually the default. But in this case, it's actually perfect. She needs to be the one who pursues him, because that's how the authority position is set up. She's the authority here. So he went on an intuition a lot. This guy was very sharp. Like, I learned a lot from him at the time. I was only like 22, and he was my age, but like he was way ahead of me. You know, I had a lot to learn at that point. And so he says that, I shit you not. The next thing that she says is she looks at him and smiles, and she's like, "I'd love to sit on your face." Now, for some context, this is a very good-looking man. Okay, this guy, this friend of mine, he was a very, very good-looking guy. Like, girls would think he's the most beautiful guy in the club. So he has some advantages, but his game was immaculate, right? He had amazing game. Like, he knew exactly how to handle things. And so she is probably a little bit overly interested in him given his looks, but he's handling it perfectly, right? His ability to make her the one chasing after him and kind of rebuff her, but at the same time accept her, beautiful. And then she says, "I want to sit on your face." Like, that is very fucking forward. Then he looks at me like, "Did you," like, he actually said, did she just say that? Right? And I'm like, yeah, I guess she did. Like, I'm kind of like blown away. I'm like, oh, that was really fucking forward of her. You know, I'm just like, hey man, you know, good for you. And then he just kind of keeps this exasperated like energy. Like, I'm trying to remember exactly. And he's just like, "Do you see this?" Like, okay, wow. And he kind of just like shrugs and whatever. Like, he's unfazed. Like, he goes back to his phone. He's just texting it, bro. Like, most guys would like get really nervous. Like, he's not getting on his phone because he's nervous. Like, oh my God, I'm avoiding this like I'm not avoiding this. I'm not opening the weather app because I'm nervous. And he's not like chasing after her. Like, okay, yeah, let's, like, you could be direct in that situation, right? You could be like, all right, fine. Put up or shut up. Let's do it. You could do that and it would work. But I think the way he did it, like, she's already chasing so hard. It's great. Because here's the thing. When girls are really, really forward, it's almost like a trap. Like, it's not, and it is at the same time. There's some variables here. But he's handling it great. So he goes back to looking at his phone. So then she says something like, she asked him how old are you? She's like, "How old are you?" And he does lie. He says like 24 or 25. And he actually tells me later, he's just like, "I thought of like what age she wanted me to hear." Because if he said 21 or 22, then I think that would be too young for her. Because she's clearly in her early 30s or late 20s. And so he made up some bullshit. And then but he's still younger than her. He knew that. Like, he was aware that he was going to be younger. And then she said, yeah, I could teach you a couple things. Like, so now she's shit testing him. She tried to, because she probably realized she was chasing him. And so she tried to set it up like, okay, like, I could teach you a couple things, young man, right? She tried to set it up as like she's the authority here. Now this is when you have to fight the authority thing. And I really actually want to find out, I want to find out exactly what he said. One second. I have it written down. I just got to find it real quick. Nope. There we go. La 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 beep. Okay. No, what the hell? Oh, here we go. Da 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 da. 1 second. This is going backwards. I'm almost there. I'm going through some old ass texts. Here we go. I think I found it. Nope, not that one. Almost there, almost there. I really want to find out exactly what he said. Come on, come on. Is that it? Yes, here we go. Found it. Okay. So, yeah, she was kind of flirting with me, and then he says to me, actually, he says, "Yeah, these girls, they're bartenders. They flirt for the money." So he's like, whatever. Like, he knows industry girls because we work in the industry. He was a bartender at the club I worked at, and I was like, I did the tables with the VIP chicks. So I was like with the like smoking hot like model chick who's like half naked, making guys spend like 20 grand, right? I have so much fucking experience. I've seen so much shit, guys. Then she comes back and starts talking to us some more, and while she does flirt with me a bit, I don't feel it. So I keep watching the UFC. There were some UFC fights, and then she says to him, "You know, you're actually really cute." He looks at me. Is she serious? Oh, stop. Oh, that was, he kind of did this, like, oh, stop. Oh, here we go. Actually, I got the order wrong. Then she says, "If you weren't so young, I would definitely flirt with you." Then he says, "Oh, I definitely am. Like, too young." He says, "I'm too young." And then she says, "Look at those dimples. How old are you?" He says, "I'm 24. He's 23, and he later said that he wanted to lie. Oh, okay, yeah. Then she says, "Yeah, definitely too young, but those dimples." Then he looks at me and says, "Haha, is she for real?" Then he asks her, "How old are you?" She says 31. So she was early 30s. I was right. Oh, he's the one who actually says it. He says, "I could show you a thing or two." Yeah, good thing I fucking read this. I got it wrong. Bro, this is like 11 years ago. And he says, so he does the chase frame. He's like, "I can show you a thing or two." So actually what he was doing was flipping the frame where she's setting herself up as the older one, but then he's actually like the dominator. Like, he's the authority. He's daddy. So he says, "I could show you a thing or two." And apparently she's like, I have a note here. Now she's eye fucking him 100%. And she stutters. I remember this. She's like, I doubt that. Done. And you know what he does? He fucking ignores her. He looks back at his phone. Because I remembered him looking at the phone, like mid-conversation. So basically what he did was, like, she gave a weak response. Yeah, I doubt that. Like, it wasn't her words. It was how she said it. She stuttered. And he's like, "Okay, whatever. Like, you lost the frame." Like, it was clear she lost the frame. So he looks back at his phone. Then she's still staring at him, mind you. He's looking at his phone. She's staring at him. And then she says again, "Yeah, you're way too young." So I chime in. I'm like, "Yeah, you're the forbidden fruit, man." And then he looks at me and he smiles. And then she changes her mind. She says, "We actually could have a lot of fun." And then he looks at her and he says, "Yeah, maybe we could." And then gives her a wink. Yes. And then, yeah. Oh, I forgot about this part. He already had her phone number. Because I remembered I'd gone to the bathroom. And I came back because he said, "I have your number, right?" And she said, "Yeah." And I remember I asked him about it. And yeah, I got this story all fucking mixed up, guys. Sorry, it's 11 years ago. He apparently grabbed her number when I went to the bathroom. So do I go to the bathroom in between this conversation? Fuck. Anyways, it's an extraordinary exchange. Sorry, I'm a shit storyteller. And then this is when she says, "I want to sit on your face." And then but I do remember he looked at me and he's like, "What the fuck? Did she just say that?" So that's when it kind of like went to the next level, right? When did he get her fucking phone number? I forgot. Was in the middle of this, like, there's a break between these kind of conversations. And but I do remember he kept asking me, like, "You think I should fuck her? You think I should fuck her? You think she's hot?" I don't know if she's that hot. And then he does tell me, he's like, "I thought she really liked you." Because this is what he says. He says, "Dude, I was for sure that she was all about you, because there was times in the conversation where I jumped in and I just didn't feel that welcome." He's like, "I didn't feel like she was like that interested in me." Now, and I wrote a note here. I said, "To me, this was absurd. She was flirting with me, but I wrote it off as just obligatory. And I could feel that she wanted him from the start." So when he said this, I wondered if he was just like trying to make me feel better because I didn't get the pussy, or if he actually was kind of clueless. Here, I have something written here. I said, "He's not the most educated / smart guy in the world and has never read a full book in his life." Like, it's actually true. He actually admitted to me he's never read a book in his life. Like, actually fully read a book. But yeah. He had interesting standards. Like, to him, like, if a girl's not like working at a club and is like in her lingerie and all the guys want him, she's not like anything above 6. But he really liked that kind of like club hot girl look, right? If you're like not like all done up and looking all super sexy. And he had a girlfriend at the time, and he chronically cheats on his girlfriend. Chronically. But yeah, he's just like, "Oh, should I fuck her? Should I fuck her? You know, is she really that hot?" So he kind of has this attitude where he's like the hot girl, right? And he's just like, you know, do I want her? Because that's how girls like think, like, "Oh, he's cute, but I don't know. We went on a date. Oh, he's kind of cute. I don't know." You know, like, that's how he's the girl, bro. Like, he's the hot girl. Right? Like, I'm saying, of the top 3 people I've ever met outside of myself, like, he's probably he's in the top 3. Like, if we went head to head right now, I think it would be a good, like, I think I could win, but I don't know. He might pull it off. Like, in terms of like just like picking up girls at a club or something, like, he might have it. But like, I would do day game in front of him because we hung out a lot. Like, I would approach girls during the day, bro. He was like, "What the fuck was that?" Because like, the first time I did it, he was like, what did you say?" Like, he didn't even know. He's like, "What did you say to her?" I said, "Oh, I thought she was cute." He's like, "What? You just walked up to that random girl in the middle of the day and said, 'Hey, what's up? I think you're cute'?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do it again." He's like, "I want to see it." He would watch me go approach girls. He was blown away. He's like, "What the fuck? This is crazy." Like, and he wasn't just like gassing me up. Like, I could see he was actually excited. He's like, "Bro, go do it again. Go talk to those girls." I was like, "All right." And he's just watching me talk and get it. He's like, "You got their phone number?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like, he was fascinated. Because the thing is he's like hyper attuned to like what's cool and what's not cool. Like, he was the epitome of like, I act like the cool guy. But he had like a sweet, like, feminine thing about it. Like, he was very warm. He's kind of a piece of shit. I mean, he's like chronically cheating on his girlfriend and like lying to her. And I think she knew, but she was totally happy that she had this guy locked down. Because he even said to me, I don't know if I've probably talked about him before. This is the guy who said, like, he thinks his girlfriend's an 8 out of 10, and he doesn't want to date at a 10 out of 10 because the 10 out of 10 will cheat on you and treat you like shit. But that's because he literally was in the nightlife. Like, his only idea about 10 out of 10s are these girls who are like club girls. And like, you know, either they're accepting money to get, you know, they have sponsors, right? They have guys who fly them out to get pussy and pay for everything and give them money. Or they're like, you know, alcoholic, you know, chicks who snort coke and blah, 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 blah. So that's his idea of what a 10 out of 10 is, right? Whereas for me, like, you can see some random chick walking around, you know, the street, and she's like not like dressed really sexy, and she's not like, she doesn't make you like, oh wow, but she's actually naturally beautiful. So if you like make her naked and wake her up in the middle in the morning and put her next to these like hot girls, like, she's going to be more beautiful because this hot girl is like really hot with makeup and with tight clothes, but like when you get her clothes off, she's just, you know, naked chick. That's my standard. I go by like, I try to get as objective as possible. I try not to be as persuaded by the clothes or the hair or the makeup, or, you know, and it's very powerful. Hey, Red Nova Starlight, been trying to buy your book, but the buy button never works when I go to purchase. Try to multiple devices. When is it? God damn it. My friend is trying to fix my website. I had a developer and he fucked shit up really bad. I'm assuming you've tried today. Can you message me what error you get? Sorry guys, trying to make money real quick. Also, I want people to like be able to get my shit. Like, what's going on? All right. Can you message me on like Instagram? And like send me a screenshot of what error you get? I mean, I'll try it too. You sent me a text at Insta. Okay. I'll open it up in just a second. But yeah, so yeah, he would like chronically cheat on his girlfriend all the time. And they actually have kids now. I checked up on him like, I don't know, a year or two ago. And so, you know, but by his own admission, she was an 8. So I kind of don't like the fact that he settled, right? Like, you know, no one's ever going to be perfect. No relationship's going to be perfect, right? And like I said, new pussy is always going to be better than old pussy. So even if you fuck a 10 out of 10, you know, she'll just become normal to you. But like, and who knows, things will happen. Maybe she gains weight, or like, you know, you feel like you want to go fuck new girls. Like, no situation is ever perfect. But if by his own admission, she is an 8, and he's purposely not going for the hottest girls because he thinks they're going to cheat on you, that's shitty, right? And then he's cheating on her, which is like really bad. So he's kind of an asshole, right? But the point was, like, he's the guy who, like, you only do what's cool. Like, you don't step outside what's cool. Like, he was all about, I mean, he made some risky ass jokes. Like, I remember this one time, it's fucking wild. One of the girls at the club, I guess, was looking really good. Maybe he might have been drinking a little bit. He walked past her. He's like, "Oh, you're looking good tonight." And he pinches her stomach, and she giggles, and she laughs. He actually did fuck her. So I want you to know that he made this joke, and later he fucked her. I know he fucked her because he told me. But he like pinches her stomach and teases her like, "Oh, you're looking good," and she gets all like giggly, right, and like says something back to him, and then he turns around and smiles, and he's like, "Fuck, you really are actually looking so good." She's like, "Hey man, if you guys hear some raping going back in the back, like, just know that's me smashing her." Bro, she starts laughing. She's giggling. Like, that is such a fucking extreme joke. Like, that is some wild ass reckless shit to say. And she starts laughing, and later fucks him. Like, so he does break social norms sometimes, right? But for the most part, he kind of acts like the cool guy. Like, he's never gonna. And if we stopped being friends because there's one night. I mean, we didn't stop being friends, but like he's not the friend who's like ride or die. So I was friends with him. He was the lead. He was the head bartender of the club, and I was just the guy who works on the tables. And so I was like friends with the higher ups, but then was at a low position. So I guess whatever. Well, he actually gasses me up to the managers, like, "Oh yeah, Hector's really good." Da da da. And then I actually sold a table, so I got someone to come in and spend money, which is what VIP hosts do. And people actually suggested I should be a VIP host and a promoter. I should have done that, to be honest, but whatever. And so I sold a table, so I made the club money. So they're like, all right. So they brought me to the front, like to the nicer tables. And the other guys I was working with are like, "Oh shit, Hector, what's up, man? You're at the, you're over here in the good tables, not the shitty tables, right? Because you're gonna make more money here with the people." Well, what ends up happening is one of the guys, he gives me some coke that night. He's like, oh, Hector, let's celebrate. Cool. Now, I don't know if he was like, he might have been sabotaging me, to be honest, right? But we get drunk, and he's like giving me Coke, and we're in the bathroom. And so I take like the bag, I go do some Coke, and so I get fucking twisted, right? So I'm drunk and I'm on Coke, and I've done Coke a couple times, but not a lot. And I just have a wild night. Like I'm kind of blacked out. I'm like trying to flirt with the girl I'm working with. Like, like I'm just like not like, I'm kind of acting silly, and people can notice. And because the other bar manager like comes up to me, he's like, "You good, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." No, I was twisted. I mean, I actually went home with the girl that night. But like, I was out of it. Like I was weird, like, cause I was on Coke. I mean, Coke is like, makes you fucking weird. And, anyways, after that night, they sent me back to the other tables. Cause apparently I was just acting a fool, and, probably wasn't focused on work. I was just like partying, right? I was basically like fucking partying. And, after that night, he actually told me, he was like, "Hey man, like I really like gassed you up, and you kind of acted a fool that night." Now I wasn't the only person. Multiple people at the club have gotten too fucking shit-faced. One guy got so drunk, I had to like help him get out. Like he was like about to pass out, and I put him in the car and sent him home. But no one took care of me like that. That's the shitty part about people. Like I saw this dude was like blacked out, and he was kind of acting creepy with the girls. And I was like, "Hey man, like, before you make a idiot of yourself, like let me get you out of here." And he actually thanked me that night, like in the future, because he was kind of one of the guys who was always a douche to me. And but I remember I talked to his friend, actually the one who gave me a bunch of Coke, and I was like, "Yeah, the other night." He's like, "No, he knows you had his back. Like he gives you a lot of shit, but like he respects that you like basically like took care of him that night. Like he appreciates you." I mean, he said thank you, but he didn't say like no one had his back. And I didn't even like the guy. He was a douche to me. But I saw the guy was like blackout drunk, clearly about to like, I don't know, throw up or do something dumb. And I like grabbed him, took him to the taxi, paid the taxi driver, just gave him his address. Like I took care of this motherfucker. But no one had my back when I was fucked up. In fact, they enabled me, And then this guy, the guy who was like really good at game, he basically told me, he was like, in no uncertain terms, but not directly, but basically said like, I talked you up, and then you kind of fucked it up by like not, doing a bad job that night because you were too busy partying and you were high on Coke, and they didn't know exactly what, but they probably heard. And he acted different from then on. He kind of avoided me, and that was kind of shitty because a good friend will like have your back even when we do something wrong. But that's life. But hey, this guy chronically cheats on his girlfriends, so you can't really expect loyalty from a guy like that, right? So really good intuition. He has a lot of game, but he's a piece of shit. So, but I learned what I had to learn from him. But I think if we went head to head, I'd beat him now. It'd be close. I mean, he's really good, but I've just learned too much. That's what I do. I meet people, I learn from them, and then I surpass them. Because I don't have an ego about things. Like if I have to learn something, I have to learn something, I'm always willing to radically. That's the thing about like, I have a client who has this ability to just radically change himself. As soon as I give him advice, instantly he's going to change. Whatever you're struggling with in your dating or relationships, the more ruthless you can be about changing yourself, the faster you can improve. Like whatever it is about you, like the guy earlier, he has to quit being so sexual and actually be a little bit more like open his emotions and be vulnerable. And he's like, "Oh man, that's hard. Like I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to show people my emotions." If he's able to just like fuck his own mind and say, "Fuck my fear," just be super open and vulnerable, he'll immediately he'll level up. But the more resistance you have to that, the slower you'll work. But me, I'm just ruthless. I'm like, all right, I need to open up and be vulnerable. I'm going to go to the absolute extreme of being open and emotional and vulnerable. I don't care if I look like a simp. There are texts that girls have in their inboxes right now that I am the most beta simp bitch in the world. And if someone put a screenshot of that on Twitter, they'd be like, "Look at this faggot. He can't teach anything about dating." Okay, yeah. I've said the most beta emotional shit to women. But because I was willing to do that, I was able to learn. And I was able to learn so much of what is taught out there, like, oh, you can't be emotional to girls, and bullshit. Absolute bullshit. In fact, being emotional and vulnerable can actually increase their attraction in certain contexts. There's so many things I've learned because I was willing to be ruthless about my ability to, like, fuck who I am. It's getting in the way of who I want to be. But yeah, teabag. To long story short, 1 hour later, they're the authority. If they're working, bartending, waitress, let her flirt with you. Now, at some point, you got to pull the trigger, right? But so if she's a waitress and she's coming and she's flirting with you, be like, okay, cool, thanks, appreciate it. Da da da. Like, don't go out of your way to be like, oh, what's up, honey? Da da da. Because she's just gonna play that and get tips from you, right? But if she's really laying it on thick and you really think she's not, like, just assume that whenever a girl who's working is flirting with you, just assume it's 50% of whatever you're seeing. So if she goes 200% with her flirting, then cut it in half and it's 100% and just go for it. Like, at some point you do have to ask her out. Like, you do have to take the risk, right? So if she flirts with you, oh yeah, no, there's another time. I remember I had a waitress. I came back from the jungle and Amazon jungle and long story. And I was at Texas Roadhouse. And I'm eating a steak, and bro, I smelt like shit actually, because I was taking showers in a river, and my hair was all fucking long, and I look like an animal. And this waitress keeps coming up, talking to me. I can tell she likes me, and I just I don't try to flirt with her. I'm just like, whatever, yeah, I'm flirting, but I'm not like thirsty. And then I just get the pen where I wrote like the check or whatever. I just tear off a little piece of paper, write my phone number, and then I walk up to her. I'm like, hey, I think you're really cute. Here's my phone number. Text me if you want. Left. Right? And she texts me. We start texting. Now I ended up leaving. I had to go back to school, so I left. But she was like texting me and da-da-da-da. She was interested, very interested. I should have just stayed like a couple extra days and like went out with her. But I wanted to get to school and, party with my friends and blah, blah, blah. Oh wait, dude, I got more fucking examples. A chick at the bank. Girls working at the bank. I show up. It's when people were wearing masks, so it was during COVID. And she's like helping me with my information, whatever. And I tell her, I said, you're really beautiful. Like, I can tell even with the mask. And she I see her like smile. It's like, oh, thank you. And I said, can I see? And she pulls down her mask and she's really pretty. And I'm like, oh wow, yeah, you are very beautiful. And then I just leave it at that. I don't push it, right? And then we just keep talking, She's getting my information. I finish my whatever I was paying for something or deposit. And then I just write my number on a piece of paper and I just say, here's my phone number. Text me if you want. She ends up texting me. And then we set up a date the next day, and I fuck her that night. So, yeah, I do have, some different waitresses, bank tellers, bartender. I do have the Netherlands chick. I took her virginity. I just let her do the work. She just kept coming up to me, giving me, she went out of her way to sit there and talk to me. She would go do her work, give people drinks, and then come back and talk to me. So, yeah. Brogan Hall. Yeah, you can ask me a question, man. Just ask your question. While you write that, you're going to see my camera cut, but that's just because I'm going to check my Instagram so I can see this guy who said he's having trouble buying my texting book. But I'm still here. Don't worry. Requests. Hidden requests. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it was in the request folder. Texting. Digital purchases are not available on your current device or browser. Oh, we did have that problem. We fixed it. I fixed it 2 days ago. Try right now. I was having that problem too. I know exactly what you're talking about. And then the support page is also fucked up. God damn it. Fucking Serene. Go try it now. I did fix that problem. That one particular problem. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was fixed like yesterday. Try it right now. See if it works. If not, I'm going to go yell at my friend, who's my developer. Well, I'm more mad at the previous guy because he fucked everything up. So everything's like fucked because of him. But, and then the support page, that shouldn't be an issue. Let me test that real quick. Let me do an incognito. Support, name, email, send message. Security verification failed. Please refresh the page. God damn it. Serene, you fucking piece de mati such pulan mata. Let me text my friend. You bitch. Thought we fixed this. Support page error. Okay. But yeah, go try to buy the book now. It should be fixed. Cool, I tried there though, dude. It didn't work again. It didn't have the message this time though. Okay. Fuck me in the ass. Also, payment page isn't working. Not same problem as last time. Ah, that really sucks. But you guys can ask me more questions while I figure this out. Let me try and test a payment. You guys can ask me questions while I figure this out because I have a website that sucks cock because I'm a cocksucking faggot. All right. Let's check this. Revoke access. Revoke access. Okay, let's try this. Let's try incognito page, log in. Oh, my asshole. Why can't I remember anything? Is anyone asking questions in Twitter? No? Okay, cool. It's the pay button for me, man. I try to put my details, but when I press the button, it acts like I never pressed it. Okay. Let me try it and see if I can purchase my own thing. Okay, we gotta... How many fucking windows do I have open, dog? Close that. Okay, reset password. Okay. Set password. Send reset email. So fucking annoying. Why did I get a spam message? Okay. Now my things are getting sent to spam. Fuck me in the ass, bro. Everything is just fucked. Report not spam. It's not spam, motherfucker. New password. Okay. You can now sign in with your new password. Okay. Cool. Okay. Actually, I was logging in through Google, so I may not have. Okay, courses, texting book. Here we go. Card number. Let's try it. Let me see. I'm not streaming my fucking card number, am I? I don't think so. No, that's good. Let's try it. Let's see why my website is broken. Because even after thousands of dollars and tons of hours, apparently this shit is hard. La 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 la. Owning a business. I want to gouge out my own eyeballs. I'm kidding. It's not that fucking bad. I'm just being dramatic. Buy ebook. Okay. Yep. It's not. Page problem. Buy button isn't executing. Just doesn't do anything. Fuck me. I'm really sorry, man. How about this? Why don't I send you a payment link through Stripe? Okay. And I will just make you an account and give you access to the course. It's a little bit roundabout, but it'll save us some time. It'll achieve the same goal. All right. Where's my YouTube chat? So I can see. Where's YouTube? Oh, did I close that fucking page? Oh, here we go. Texting book, yeah. So shoot me an email at gmail.com. Shoot me an email here. What I'll do is, oh fuck, I forgot to email that other guy. Or did he ever email me from last time about the fucking selling my King of College book? But yeah, shoot me an email here with your email, and I'll use that email, and then give me your first and last name, and I'll make you an account, and I'll give you the password, and then I'll have the book available on there, and then I'll just send you a separate payment link. So, same result. Because if I just do a private link, that'll work 100%. It's just the actual like button thing isn't working. Yeah, Brogan, you ask your question, man. You were down to ask me a question. Because I'll probably go in the next 5 minutes. Send you tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I hope you like it, man. What are the top 3 things you recommend focusing on when first starting pickup? I mean, your name looks familiar. I'm pretty sure you've been following me on Instagram for like ever, but you might just have that same name. But when first starting pickup, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't sound. I mean, if that's you, then you're not new to pickup, or if you just maybe you're getting out of a relationship or something. Anyways, yeah, no, I have a crazy memory. Yes. I mean, when I was telling that story, I was getting some details mixed up, but I got the general vibe. Top 3 things. Look, I would work on your voice, like learning how to express your intentions through your voice. I would work on facial expressions, learning how to express your intentions through your face. And I would work on listening to people. Because once you listen to people and you really see what they're meaning, then you can respond to them how you feel. And then your responses are going to be properly attuned because you're listening to them, actually listening to them. And that means watching their face and listening to their voice, not just their words. And then when you give a response, it'll be more it'll be streamlined. What you mean is going to be conveyed more properly through your voice. And so you're going to have a better time actually connecting with them. I think you should work on that before actually like seducing girls. Like you just need to learn how to have like basic connections. And that'll make you attractive. Because if you express yourself better, then you're going to be able to communicate with them better. Yeah, that would be what I would work on. And then I would also completely rethink like all of like my ideas of like pickup. You know, like what does it mean to be needy? What does it mean to be desperate? What does it mean to be interested? What does it mean for a girl to show interest? Like what kind of like I would just rethink all the basics. What the fuck? No way, that's not clean at all. Do I need a new one? Could have sworn this is a new one. So yeah, well, I guess if no one has anything, I think I'll call it. I've been doing this for 3.5 hours, and then I had an hour call coaching before that. But I ain't no bitch. So I just gotta work. Fuck me in the ass, bro. Trying to clean these fucking glasses. I got a fumbled text. You got a lot of fumbled text, my dude. I think I gotta give the airtime to someone else if they want something interesting. You'll be here next time, don't worry. My next love stream. No. Not live stream. It's called love streams from now on. They're not live streams. They're love streams. Exactly. From now on, we're gonna call them love streams. You're welcome, Tomas. When are we gonna do it? Friday I'm playing Magic. What about Saturday? How about let's do Saturday and let's do same time, 7 p.m. How about that? I'll try to do 2 a week. Because I also want to do gaming live streams. If you guys love me and you support me, you should follow me on my gaming channel. Big D Fuerte. Big D Fuerte. And I will, I'll be doing a lot of video games over there. But if you see me playing games, you can't ask me dating advice. That's my time where I just talk about other shit. Still playing Warhammer? I play Magic: The Gathering. Like as a card game. Warhammer. I never played miniature Warhammer. I like Warhammer as a. I mean, you can see behind me. I have a picture of the Master of Mankind, Emperor of Mankind. But I never played the miniatures. I like the lore though. I've read a lot of the books. Give me something to do before I go out Saturday. Suck a dick. No, I'm kidding. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do Saturday? Think about your reputation and why you care so much about it. That's what you should do. Think why you give a shit. Because there's some good reasons to care about your reputation, and then there's some stupid reasons. And you should. I want you to figure out which is which. All right. All right, boys. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm gonna go play some Dota. Cheerio. Love you guys. Sorry if you guys are having trouble buying shit, but oh, gives me something to do before I go out Saturday. My bad, I misread you. Yeah. All right, boys. Adios. I will sign off right meow.